आ रहा हूँ बस एक सेकंड।
पहले फोटो ले लेंगे फिर जोड़ेंगे लोगों को।
हाँ एक मिनट
सही आ रही है
वो
मेरी
फोटो में वो आता है फिर
एक मिनट।
कितने जने हैं मीटिंग के अंदर।
अरे वो तो डिलीट कर दो ना, क्रॉप करके फिर डाला करो।
ऐसे लूं कि ऐसे लूं?
अच्छे से आ जानी चाहिए बस मेरे। हाँ पर्दा सही है अलग बस सही है पर्दा एकदम।
चलो
हाँ आप ले लो। क्या भैया बढ़िया।
क्या आलोक भाई पहले मुंह से रखते थे कि अभी मुंह से रखने लग गए?
अभी रखने लग गया यार, आप लोगों से इंस्पायर हो गया। मैंने कहा थोड़े थोड़े स्टार्ट करूँ, दाढ़ी तक तो नहीं, मूंछे से चालू किया है।
सही में यार अब क्या है कि
थोड़ी मैच्योरिटी आती है यार।
ऊपर के बाल तो उड़ रहे थे, नहीं कहीं और तो लगाए। मैं तो खुद ही इसलिए पढ़ाने लग गया भाई, ईमानदारी से यार।
सही है।
मैं पूरा आदमी पहचान में गायब हो जाता, नहीं तो अपन थोड़े दिन में फिर वो प्रकाश जी वाले सिचुएशन हो जाएगी अपनी। 12-13 जने हो गए, 25 होते ही जोड़ देना भाई, स्टार्ट कर देना। 17 साकेत, अपने को एक फंक्शन तो करना पड़ेगा। देख यदि अंकित भी आते हैं कल आएंगे।
आएंगे तो आते क्या है,
नहीं
आने ही है उनको तो।
नहीं, परसों परसों या आने वाले सैटरडे या वेडनेसडे, उससे पहले।
करो यार लंबा चौड़ा करो यार कुछ यार, मैं तो चाहते ही अपन तो। और आज न्यूज बनानी है, एक तो ये न्यूज बनानी है, ये आज की आलोक भैया न्यूज नहीं भेजी आपने।
अरे यार न्यूज मैं भेज देता
नहीं
हूँ।
सुन मेरी बात सुनो, उसमें कुछ कंटेंट डाला करो यार, मतलब वो
हाँ नहीं
ये आए
डालेंगे
वो
ना,
आए
आलोक
से
भैया
अच्छा नहीं
डालेंगे।
लगता।
आलोक भैया की
मैं भेज
आएगी
दूंगा,
बढ़िया।
हाँ मैं भेज दूंगा अभी आपको।
हाँ उसमें कुछ कंटेंट, अपना तो टाइम है पूरा अपने पास में, आज का
हाँ,
पूरा
और
दिन भर
नहीं
है, शाम
ये
को।
वाली न्यूज भी बना दे मोहित भैया, आप ये न्यूज बना दो अंकित भैया वाली।
हाँ
ये
वो
भी
भी
जाएगी।
बना दूंगा। वो रिजल्ट एकदम फाइनल रिजल्ट आ जाए ना कि कितनी फाइनल काउंटिंग थी।
अभी आ जाएगा अंकित भैया का, तो आ जाएगा अभी 2-4 बजे तक आ जाएगा।
इसका
एक को
इको
करेगा आलोक भैया, 2-2 मोबाइल चला लिया आपने, एक को साइड में रखना है तो। म्यूट है मोहित भैया।
मेरी आवाज आ रही है?
हाँ आ रही है।
ठीक है।
ठीक है।
और कोई सीसी मार्क्सिंग तो नहीं है ना?
कोई नहीं है
सारे
सीसी में। अभी सब
कोई नहीं।
रिजल्ट में लगे हुए हैं, रिजल्ट देखने में लगे हुए हैं, अभी कोई भी नहीं है।
सही है सही है। नहीं आपने अभिषेक शर्मा जी का डाला था ना?
हाँ वो तो है ही ना, एक्स ऑफिसर है, पर वो भी वहीं रिजल्ट में बैठे, कानपुर ही बैठे होंगे अनिल यादव के साथ।
अच्छा कानपुर ही बैठोगे, हाँ सही है सही है।
किशनगढ़ में ठंड
देखो
ज्यादा है आज।
लिंक शेयरिंग
हैं?
करूंगा।
किशनगढ़ में ठंड ज्यादा है आज, 5 डिग्री टेम्परेचर है किशनगढ़ का।
रोज ही ठंड
दिल्ली
हो रही है यार, बहुत तेज है ठंड तो वैसे
दिल्ली का 8 है। अबे क्या कौन बन रहा है करोड़पति? किस
हाँ
किस की शेयर हो गई यार।
मजा आ जाएगा, माहौल बन जाएगा, इसको तो फिर देख लेंगे सब जने।
वही तो ना, इसलिए थोड़ा सा 11 जने
थोड़ी
हैं
थोड़ी
अभी तो।
देर तक रखना, आराम से धीरे धीरे करना, 3 घंटे है अपना से। एक
हाँ
एक
धीरे
स्लाइड
धीरे
पे आराम
करेंगे।
से टाइम लेना।
हाँ हाँ 3-4 मिनट ले लूंगा आराम से, 1 मिनट और क्या।
नहीं ज्वाइन करवा दो यार, नहीं तो भी ये भी आए हुए कहीं तो चल जाएंगे।
चलो
करेंगे
ज्वाइन करो
ज्वाइन।
भाई।
We should start the session now. Anirudh?
So start करें?
Yes.
Okay. So hello friends. A very good morning to all of you. I hope आप सब लोग ठंड का बहुत ही आनंद ले रहे हैं. So I am C. Anirudh Biani, a member of Kishangarh branch of CIRC of ICAI, working as a tax practitioner in Kishangarh, and I welcome you all to this webinar. So today we all are here to engage ourselves over a theme which is not new but very fascinating, especially for the young members like us. Friends, today we are going to discuss over financial planning covering insurance and investments. Friends, we have a great eminent speaker, CA Alok Sethi, who have joined us from Ajmer to enlighten us all about the fundas of financial planning and cover all the critical gray areas and clear our doubts. Now, let me take your time for the brief intro of our today's speaker. CA Alok Sethi is practicing professional with 10 years of experience in various kind of audits and also worked as an internal auditor with JP Morgan Chase Bank and Taj Hotel, Mumbai. And currently he is pursuing US-based certified financial planner course from FPSB. He is a national level faculty for MCS and OC batches at ICAI and mentored chunk of young minds like us. So friends, you all must be thinking, what's new learning we will get today? Well, let me tell you, we are going to learn about how to do financial planning covering insurance and investments. We will learn on how to select the right product based on our needs and suitability and get guidance on how to achieve financial freedom at an early age while securing a pleasant post-retirement life also. Now, first of all, I would like to request Chairman of Kishangarh branch of CIRC of ICAI, CA Saket Kalani, to welcome our speaker and share his words. Over to you, Saket sir.
Thank you, Anirudh. Good morning to all. आज यहाँ पे किशनगढ़ ब्रांच के द्वारा एक वेबिनार का आयोजन किया जा रहा है जो कि फाइनेंशियल प्लानिंग कवरिंग करेगा इंश्योरेंस और इन्वेस्टमेंट के बारे में. हमारे स्पीकर लर्नेड स्पीकर आलोक जी सेठी जी बताएंगे, क्योंकि जिस कारण कोरोना के महामारी के कारण सीए लोगों को रिटर्न वगैरह में फुर्सत नहीं मिल पा रही, ऑडिट वगैरह से फुर्सत नहीं मिल पा रही, तो प्लानिंग के बारे में क्या क्या कर पाएंगे, तो उसके लिए ही ये सेमिनार बहुत ही महत्वपूर्ण भी है. तो आज इंश्योरेंस और इन्वेस्टमेंट से रिलेटेड जो भी अपने पास प्लानिंग करने की है वो उस हिसाब से आलोक जी अपन मार्गदर्शन करेंगे. ओवर टू अनिरुद्ध सर.
Okay, thank you, Saket sir. So now, without taking much time, I would like to invite today's speaker, CS Alok Sethi, to take hold of the VCM and begin this interactive session. एक रिक्वेस्ट रहेगी, सभी फ्रेंड्स प्लीज अपना एक वीडियो स्टार्ट कर दे थोड़ी देर के लिए, ताकि हम एक फोटो ले सके, स्क्रीनशॉट ले सकें CPRs के लिए. तो एक थोड़ी देर के लिए आप लोग प्लीज अपना वीडियो स्टार्ट कर दे. Over to you, Alok sir.
Good morning, everyone. I hope I'm audible, Anirudh. Thank you for your kind introduction, and thank you, Saket Bhai, for having me today to deliberate on this topic, the important topic, financial planning, which is the need of the hour. And we, being chartered accountants, we are always busy looking at the accounts of our clients and doing auditing. But in the meantime, we forget to look about our own finances. So by today's session, I would be guiding my young members and my colleagues on how we can manage our finances and how we can do financial planning for ourselves. And we can also teach our clients the importance of financial planning. So with this, let me share my screen, and I would request all the members who are participating today, make it an interactive session, make it a live session, because will be discussing financial planning and you will be learning a lot today. So whatever your doubts are, whatever you want to ask, you can use the chat box also, and we can have a question answer session also at the end of the uh, webinar. So I'm sharing my screen, and I hope it is visible. Niraj,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
can we all see Mr. Amitabh Bachchan on the screen?
Yes, sir. बिल्कुल.
Although अभी 9 ही बजे है, 10:30 बजे, लेकिन आज हम लोग केवीसी में एंटर हो रहे हैं, एंड कौन बनेगा करोड़पति का $1 million क्वेश्चन. So ये क्वेश्चन है सभी पार्टिसिपेंट्स के लिए, एंड इट इज अ $1 million क्वेश्चन. सो आर यू ऑल रेडी गाइस? आज हम लोग सिर्फ एक बीसीएम अटेंड नहीं कर रहे, वी आर पार्टिसिपेटिंग इन अ kind of a question answer session wherein we will interact and we'll learn a lot about financial planning. So are you ready for the question? Can
Yes,
we have
sir.
yes in the chat box?
प्लीज सभी चैट बॉक्स में एक बार एनकरेजिंग यस लिखिए, प्लीज
You
प्लीज
can
प्लीज.
show your thumbs up.
थम्स अप
Mohit
दे
bhaiya.
दीजिए.
Right. Very good. So here is the question: will you reach your financial goals? So this is a $1 million question. कौन बढ़िया करोड़पति 1 crore question कि आज आप अपने फाइनेंशियल गोल्स अचीव कर पाएंगे या नहीं कर पाएंगे. And the answer may be yes. Yes, most of the people are saying yes. So do you really want to achieve your financial goals, or do you know how to set financial goals? Then this is a session for you. So you may be earning well and investing regularly, but if you do not plan correctly, you could miss your targets. Find out if your goals are at risk and what you can do. So सबसे पहली चीज, we should have financial goals, and then we should monitor our goals and we should see whether the goals are working for us or not. So there is a famous quote by Benjamin Franklin, and he said that if you fail to plan, you are planning to fail. And this we have seen in our CA journey. Whenever we were appearing for the exams, whenever we are doing audits for the client, we plan everything in advance. हम पहले से ही प्लानिंग करके रखते हैं, स्टडी के लिए प्लान करते हैं, ऑडिट्स के लिए प्लान करते हैं. And if we do not plan in advance, and sometimes if we lack planning, then we are in a trouble. जैसे कि now today is 19th, and only 11 days are there for the due dates to get over. And yesterday there was a tweet by Jimsy, and she was saying that the finance ministry is in no mood to increase the date. Lots of extension being given. So if you're not planned your work, then it might put you in a trouble wherein we have to complete our task, but we do not have a plan. So proper planning can help you win the game. So it is not only related to financial planning, but it is related to all the planning that you do in life. Whatever we are doing, if we plan our activities ahead, then definitely we will have a very smooth journey. Okay. So what word comes to your mind when you think about the term financial planning? क्या word आता है आपके दिमाग में जब आप ये सुनते हैं financial planning? And I said, I want this session to be very interactive. Yes. So Anirudh has given me an answer: investment. Very good. Can I have more connecting words when it comes to financial planning?
I think it's defining your goal and how to achieve those goals.
Very good. Defining your goals and how to achieve your goal. Okay. So there are two words. One is financial, one is planning. So planning means we have been learning from our childhood. ठीक है, जब से हमने कॉमर्स लिया है, बिजनेस स्टडीज पढ़ना चालू किया है, तो प्लानिंग, बजटिंग, ऑर्गेनाइजिंग, मैनेजिंग, ये सब हम पढ़ते आ रहे हैं. ठीक है. और फाइनेंस एज अ सीए हमारे रगों में ये दौड़ता है फाइनेंस. ठीक है. इट्स इन आवर वेन्स, वी कैन फील इट. So financial planning is a term which, as you correctly mentioned, is a plan how to achieve your goals. And when we talk about goals are dreams that we want to achieve, and financially how we can proceed so that we can achieve our goals. So I have collected some words which generally are correlated with financial planning. ठीक है, जैसे कि इन्वेस्टमेंट होता है, सेविंग्स होती हैं, स्टेटमेंट्स होते हैं, गोल होते हैं, बजट होता है, मनी होता है, बैलेंस, कैश, ग्रोथ, सॉल्यूशन, कॉमर्स, प्लानर, मार्केट, डेट, इक्विटी, stock market, cryptocurrency, mutual funds. So this is all what we are going to talk about today. Now, once we are understanding what is financial planning, ठीक है, तो सबसे पहले हम ये जाने कि financial planning होती क्या है. So can anyone give me a brief what is financial planning? You can unmute and we can have an interactive session. Anyone who would like to give it a try?
I think it is a continuous journey, and we should first find out the starting point of journey, where we are today, and where we want to go, and what is the path which we want to take in this journey.
Okay, so it is a journey. It is an ongoing process wherein we decide where we are today and we decide our destination, where we want to reach, and how we are going to travel along. Okay, I have shared an image on the screen, और आपको दिख रहा होगा there is a beautiful scenery where the sun is coming out and you have stones flying on the water. और अगर हम इसको रामायण से कनेक्ट करें तो एक सेतु दिख रहा है हमारे को, ठीक है, जहाँ पे राम जी सीता तक पहुंचना चाह रहे हैं. उनका एक डेस्टिनेशन, एक गोल है which he want to achieve, and he has a plan कि हम कैसे करेंगे. ठीक है, so if I define financial planning, then it is an ongoing process, as correctly mentioned by Mr. Shyam Kakani. It is an ongoing process to help you make sensible decision about money that can help you achieve your goals in life. Now, every day, every moment, we are taking decisions. जब आपको ये VCM का लिंक आया, इनवाइट आया, मैसेज आया, you enrolled for it. That means you have taken a decision that I want to attend this VCM. Then you register for it and now you are a part of this VCM. That means you have taken an action, you have decided on something. So similarly, every moment we are taking a decision. Some decisions we take by consciously, some decision we take out of unconscious mind. और बाद में हमें पता पड़ता है कि यार ये डिसीजन हमने सही नहीं लिया, या ये डिसीजन गलत हो गया, या ये इस डिसीजन को और मॉडिफाई कर सकता था, या बेटर डिसीजन ले सकता. लाइक सो व्हेन वी स्टार्ट अ सीए जर्नी और बीच में जब अटेम्प्ट्स लगते हैं या वी आर नॉट एबल टू क्लियर, सो एक जोक जनरली शेयर होता है व्हिच एवरी चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट कैन कनेक्ट विद, एंड इट इज यार मैं आज वो इंसान को ढूंढ रहा हूँ जिसने कहा था सीए कर लो, बहुत स्कोप है. एंड वी नो स्कोप तो बहुत है, लेकिन सीए करने में जो परेशानी आती है, जो प्रॉब्लम्स आती हैं, जो स्ट्रगल्स आते हैं, वी ऑल गो थ्रू दैट स्ट्रगल एंड देन वी बिकम अ चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट. एंड टुडे एवरीवन गिव्स अस दैट रिस्पेक्ट दैट वी हैव वर्कड फॉर. So similarly, when you have achieved such a great degree, now the next milestone is to have a financially free life for ourselves, and we can have this kind of life for our clients also and for the society as well. So after becoming CA, many people do CS also, like I have done CS also, MBA also, CFA also, and we are always on looking how to climb the ladder of success, how we can reach to our next milestone, how we can do maximum in our life. So I also had the same thought process, and I started doing this course, certified financial planner. And when I started studying this, I've already cleared 2 modules, so investment planning and retirement planning and taxation planning, and now I'm a specialist. So now learning is not and it's a never ending process. So every day you learn. Today we are all here to learn. So I am also learning today and you're also learning, and we are learning from each other. So financial planning is an ongoing process to help you make sensible decision. Now I have highlighted some words. I have bold some words which are important, like it's an ongoing process. So whenever we make any plan, it is not just like that कि आज मैंने plan बना दिया है और सदियों तक मैं उसको follow करूंगा. Why it is not a one time process? Can anyone tell me कि एक बार जो प्लान बना दिया वो आगे 10 साल 15 साल क्यों नहीं चल सकता है? Why you have to review, or why you have to keep making changes to your plans that you have made? Anirudh?
मुझे लगता है अपन प्लानिंग करके चलते हैं, बट विद इन द प्रोसेस, विद इन द जर्नी, हमें लगता है कि कुछ माइनर एडजस्टमेंट जरूरी है, बिकॉज वी आर डाइवर्जिंग फ्रॉम आवर मेन गोल, मेन लॉन्ग टर्म गोल. सो उसके लिए
Okay.
ये एक ऑनगोइंग प्रोसेस है. हम एक दिशा में हमेशा नहीं चल सकते, लेकिन थोड़े बहुत माइनर एडजस्टमेंट्स के साथ जो आगे परिस्थितियां और जो सराउंडिंग्स हमें प्रोवाइड कर रही है कुछ चीजें, उनको साथ में, उन वेरिएबल्स को साथ में लेके हम अपने मेन प्लानिंग में थोड़ा एडजस्टमेंट करके अल्टीमेट जो गोल हमारा फाइनेंशियल प्लानिंग का जो विजन होता है उसको अचीव कर सकते हैं. इसलिए ये ऑनगोइंग प्रोसेस है. इट्स नॉट अ वन टाइम थिंग.
Right, very good. So I have yeah, I have a
There
look on the chat box also, and I'm getting some responses. There is one response which is saying that because there are uncertainties
Yes,
and
sir.
we have lots of unexpected things.
Yes, sir.
Sham, you wanted to add something? Sham,
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there could be 2 or 3 aspects to this thing. Whenever we are doing any planning, that we are making some assumptions, right?
Yes, sir.
So it could be due to change in the assumptions, change in the scenario, and change in our goals also.
right.
Yes, sir.
Right. For example, I have currently say I am 80 kg. I decided I want to be 70 kg. But later on I thought, yeah, 75 is also good enough. Then I need
Yes.
to change my strategy. So there are various assumptions, and change in the scenario also makes us that this is a continuous process, and we need to review it on a regular time intervals.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yes, sir. Very well said,
Rightly.
sir.
So it is a regular process. It is an ongoing process because nothing is certain in life. ठीक है, हमें कल का नहीं पता. Last 2 years से, since we have seen the COVID thing and the COVID era, we can all know that nothing is permanent in this world. Everything is temporary, and we cannot be assured of anything. So we have to have a continuous update on our plans, on our journey. So it is a ongoing process which help you to make sensible decisions. Now, why sensible decisions, sir? Sensible का मतलब क्या होता है कि whatever decision I'm taking, I'm aware about the consequences that might happen because of these decisions that I'm going to take today. And because the decisions are irreversible, that means whatever I have decided today, I cannot reverse. And even if I have to reverse, that will cause me a loss, which I would not like to incur. So I would always like to have some sensible decisions. But what I've seen over the years is that people sometimes take decision in haste. जल्दी में डिसीजन ले लेते हैं, कॉपी करते हैं लोगों को, और हमें लगता है कि we are taking a very good decision. We don't take any advice of any professional, or we don't consult our family members or our friends or our relatives, and we take our decision and then we regret. क्या ऐसा होता है? Can we have a yes in the chat box? That at some moment in time, at some point in time, we have taken some decisions which we are regretting. Maybe related to financial life, maybe related to personal life. कई बार ऐसे डिसीजन होते हैं जब हम कॉलेज में होते हैं, तभी बहुत सारे ऐसे डिसीजंस हो जाते हैं जिसको हम रिग्रेट करते हैं, और वो किसी को बता भी नहीं सकते. अनिरुद्ध की हंसी बता रही है कि हाँ, बहुत सारी गलती हुई है. राइट. So we should always try to have sensible decision, but yes, life possible है कि हाँ, हम कई बार गलत decision भी ले लें. So when we were discussing the definition, so it is the ongoing process which help you take sensible decisions so that you can reach to your goal. Now, what are goals? And I must quote here: a goal without a plan is just a wish. तो हम लोग रोज कुछ सपने देखते हैं, रोज कुछ गोल बनाते हैं, गोल प्लानिंग करते हैं, ये कर लेंगे, वो कर लेंगे. I want to be a multi-millionaire. I want to have my practice all over. ठीक है, मेरे पास सारे जगत के clients मेरे पास आ जाने चाहिए. I should have multidisciplinary firm. I should have branches all over. ठीक है. We are always looking to have many-fold, multi-fold goals. But how many of us including me also, how many of us are actually having a plan for our goal? Are we planning to meet our goals, or it is just a wish? तो क्या होता है कि generally people are shopping on Amazon, and whenever we are shopping online, either on Amazon or Flipkart, तो आप एक प्रोडक्ट के लिए सर्च करते हो, प्रोडक्ट अवेलेबल नहीं होता तो वो कहाँ चले जाता है सर? इफ यू आर लुकिंग फॉर अ प्रोडक्ट and if it is not available, then what happens on the website?
Goes into the wish list.
Yes, it goes into your wish list. That means you are wishing to have that product and it is not available right now. So what happens to that when we are not getting that product? It is in there, it is in the wish list. ठीक है, अब आप देखेंगे अगर आपको जरूरत थी इस प्रोडक्ट की, was there a need or it was a want? So now I'm connecting two different dots here, and there are two words that I'm using, and it is a very important concept, but people don't give it that much kind of importance. So I'm emphasizing on two words, and I want everyone participating in this webinar to understand these two words forever. And whenever you are buying anything, whenever we are spending our money, we should always ask this question: is it my need or is it just a want? Now, what is the difference between a need and a want? Need और want में क्या डिफरेंस है? अगर हम हिंदी में बात करें तो नीड एक जरूरत होती है, हमारी जरूरत है, और want क्या है? इच्छा है. Now, if I have to give an example, yes, need is a जरूरत and want is a desire. ये इच्छा, ठीक है. अब suppose I have a son and he because of COVID he wants to have his online education, ठीक है, and I have one laptop at my place. I do not have any other system. So now it becomes a necessity for me to buy a system for him, to buy a tablet or a PC or a laptop for him because it is a need. ये मेरी जरूरत बन गई है क्योंकि उसके बिना मेरा काम नहीं चलेगा, ठीक है. अब ये अगर हम वही एग्जांपल लेते हैं कि अगर if I'm having 2-3 devices or if I'm having a laptop also and a PC also and I'm just buying an iPhone because I want to have that status or if I want to have a feature, that it is just a want, it is not a need. तो जनरली क्या देखा गया है कि whenever you are spending for your needs, those spending decisions are apt decisions or wise decision because वो जरूरी था. और जब भी हम नीड के बाद वांट पे जाते हैं तो हम उन चीजों के लिए खर्च करते हैं जो कि अभी जरूरी नहीं है, लेकिन हमें ऐसा लगता है कि वी शुड हैव दोस काइंड ऑफ थिंग्स. फिर कई लोग ये पूछते हैं कि सर हम कमा क्यों रहे हैं? व्हाई आर वी वर्किंग हार्ड? व्हाई आर वी रशिंग एवरीवेयर? ठीक है, और हम लोग रात को 10 बजे आते हैं, 11 बजे आते हैं, ड्यू डेट्स पे मारामारी रहती है और इतना क्लाइंट के लिए काम करते हैं. कमा किसके लिए रहे हैं? खुद के लिए तो कमा रहे हैं. सो वी शुड एंजॉय आवर लाइफ. यस, दैट इज definitely true that we should enjoy our life, but at what expense we should have a demarcation. People buy credit cards and they do shopping on credit card, and it's a survey which has been done that whatever people are spending through credit cards, they are spending on items which they don't require, but they don't realize at the time of doing the shopping because nothing is going out of from your pocket. सर पैसे से जेब में से पैसे जा नहीं रहे ना. हम जब वॉलेट में हाथ लगाते हैं, वॉलेट में से नोट निकलते हैं तो दर्द होता है, तो पता पड़ता है कि हाँ पैसे खर्च कर रहे हैं, और फिर आप हम सोचते हैं कि यार थोड़ी सी बार्गेनिंग हो जाए, थोड़ा सा पैसे बच जाएं. बट व्हेन यू आर बाइंग समथिंग ऑन क्रेडिट, nothing is going out of your pocket at that particular moment. So you are not thinking whether I should make that purchase or should I postpone it or cancel it. And it is a study and it has been seen that if you postpone your purchase or your expense that you're going to make today for next 15 days, और 15 दिन बाद आपको रियलाइज होता है यार ये चीज मुझे खरीदनी थी लेकिन ये हुआ नहीं, और आप तब करेंगे, then it is a need. और 15 दिन बाद अगर अब वो चीज आपके दिमाग से निकल जाती है, वो प्रोडक्ट आपके दिमाग से निकल गया, then it was just a want. So I've given you a thumb rule. First takeaway from the session is that whenever you are spending on the credit card, just wait and just delay your purchase by 7 days maximum. और 7 दिन बाद आपको फिर से याद आ जाता है कि यार ये चीज खरीदनी थी और अब उसके बिना गुजारा नहीं हो रहा है, तो फिर वो खरीद लो. और अगर आप भूल जाएंगे तो आपके पैसे बच जाएंगे, और वो जो पैसे बच रहे हो ना, थोड़ा सा मेरे को जीपे कर देना उसमें से. ओके, So how our goals should be? We are talking about having goals. Goals की बात करी हमने, ठीक है, और मैंने ये भी बताया कि गोल बिना किसी प्लान के एक विश होते हैं, बट गोल्स कैसे होने चाहिए, दैट वी विल डिस्कस नाउ. सो अनिरुद्ध, आपके पास कौन सा फोन है?
सर OnePlus का है, नॉर्ड, OnePlus नॉर्ड.
OnePlus Nord, okay. And there are 41 participants including me, so there are 40 participants in this room. So सबके पास जो फोन होंगे, I probably believe there would not be anyone who would be carrying a Nokia phone. कोई ऐसा है क्या?
Very rare maybe.
Very rare. तो किसी के पास नोकिया का फोन तो नहीं होगा सर. Probable reason why it is so?
फीचर्स की आदत हो गई है.
हाँ, फीचर्स की आदत हो गई है और हमें अपडेटेड रहने की आदत हो गई है.
Yes.
ठीक है, एंड वी वांट एवरीथिंग फास्ट एंड इंस्टेंट. और
Yes.
अब टच स्क्रीन का जमाना आ गया है और उस पे कीपैड वाला अगर फोन चलाना पड़े तो इट इज वेरी डिफिकल्ट, राइट?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So whenever we are looking for, yes, connected with social media, it is very important.
Yes.
Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, WhatsApp, अगर ये लाइफ में से निकाल दे तो फिर वो लाइफ ही क्या है?
सर
तो
दिन के
social
6
life-
घंटे वहीं पर है.
6 तो कम बता रहे हो आप. दिन के या रात के? ओके, सो how our goals should be, I'm talking about how our goals should be. I can see some. Okay, so when we are talking about having our goals, so our goals are what? We are buying a smartphone, isn't it? So our goal should also be smart. We should have smarter goals in life. And when I talk about smart goals, what does that mean? So let me share with you how you can have smart goals. So SMART means S stands for specific, M stands for measurable, A means achievable, R stands for realistic, and T stands for timely. So your goals should be smart as your phone is. Okay, phone is just a device which we are using to communicate, to connect with the people, and that we want of a good quality, latest features होने चाहिए. तो हमारा जो गोल सेट करते हैं वो गोल भी कैसे होने चाहिए? स्मार्ट होने चाहिए. And when we talk about smart goals, so how do we define smart goals? So I'll take them one by one. Specific. So what do you want to do? As we were talking and Shah mentioned that I want to reduce my weight. Let's suppose I'm 100 kg, I want to reduce my weight. तो मैं पतला होना चाहता हूँ, मैं पतला होना चाहता हूँ, मैं सबको बोल रहा हूँ कि I want to reduce my weight, I want to shed some kgs. So my goal is to get thin, but is it a specific goal? Again, my question is, I'm having a goal that I want to get thin, but is it a specific goal? No. Yogi says no. Then what should be a specific goal? How can I make this goal as a specific goal? हम अगर इसको स्पेसिफिक बनाना चाहते हैं तो हमें क्या करना होगा? Very good. So answer has come up from Yogesh itself. He's saying, how much kg you want to reduce? So I'm 100 kg and I want to reduce to 90 or 95, or maybe I want to lose 10 kg in a week or a month. Then it becomes a specific goal. I'm talking about something which is specific. Then your goals should be measurable. मुझे बिल्कुल पतला होना है, ठीक है? I want to get in shape. Now what does that mean, getting in shape? So your goals should be measurable. You should be able to measure your goals. Okay, today I'm weighing 100 kg, but I want to weigh tomorrow 90 kg or 85 kg. I'm having a waist size of 44 centimeters. I want to have a waist size of 40 centimeters. That means I am giving measurement to my weight, to my goals. Similarly, whenever you are preparing financial goals, you should have specific goals, financial goals, that I want to have my retirement corpus as 1 crore of rupees. So that is specific. You want to have a retirement corpus And then 1 crore is a measurable goal. In so many years, in 20 years or 25 years, I want to accumulate so much of fund. So whenever we are talking about goals, they should always be smart goals. So I'm talking about specific and measurable. Then it should be achievable also. So if I tell you, okay, sir, I am 100 kg today, and in 1 month I want to be 75 kg. मुझे 70-75 किलो का बनना है 1 महीने के अंदर. Is it possible? Is it achievable? Am I setting a realistic goal for myself? Yes, I want answers from everyone in the chat, in the room. So if yes, only film star can do it. See, maybe I have to take some advice from Karina. Say, how do you make your zero figure? Okay, or maybe I have to go on for a diet. I'm a Jaini, और मुझे शायद अगर आप लोग जैन है तो you can connect कि हम उपवास करते हैं या वर्षी तप करते हैं या मास्कम करते हैं. We stay hungry for 8 days, 10 days. So in that case, if I do that, may be possible कि हाँ 20 किलो 25 किलो शेड हो सकता है, but it is not an achievable goal. Not really. So what kind of goal you should have? You should have goal which is specific, which is measurable, and which is achievable. That means it should be in your power to accomplish that goal. हमें हवा में बातें नहीं करनी. We don't have to build castles in the air. We have to build something which is achievable, which is within our reach. तो अगर आप कोई फाइनेंशियल गोल सेट कर रहे हैं, अगर आप कोई कॉर्पस प्लान कर रहे हैं, तो वो इस तरीके का होना चाहिए जो कि अचीवेबल होना चाहिए. और अगर ऐसा गोल हम सेट करते हैं which is not achievable, then what will happen? What will happen from day one itself? If you are setting a goal which is not achievable, then what will happen? Will you achieve it? No. The answer is no. Will not achieve it. But at the same time, we will lose our heart also. We will have a bad, what you can say, response. We will go into depression definitely because we were looking for something but we could not get it. So just on a lighter note, 2 days back I got a WhatsApp, and it was on everyone's status also, most of the people's status, that there was a picture of कौशल, ठीक है, विकी कौशल, और उसके साथ में एक लाइन लिखी हुई थी कि गौर से देखो, नहीं, what it was, don't lose hope, this guy has got married to Katrina Kaif. ठीक है, this is the guy, look at this guy, he got married to Katrina Kaif. आपने वो पोस्ट देखा या नहीं देखा? तो हिम्मत मत हारो, ये आपने सपने देखना मत बंद करो, क्योंकि जब उसकी कौशल की शादी अगर कटरीना से हो सकती है, you can also achieve, but that is not a achievable goal. ठीक है, and no one should have such kind of goals which are not achievable. ये सब फिल्मी बातें हैं, right? Then it should be a, yes, wings of dream. So it should be a realistic goal also. So what is the difference between achievable and realistic? What is the difference between the word achievable and realistic?
सर अचीवेबल है लेकिन मेरे पास वो रिसोर्सेज ही नहीं है. That doesn't make it realistic. So मेरे रिसोर्सेज और मेरे पता होनी चाहिए मेरी क्या कैपेसिटी है. Then achievable and realistic.
Very good. So achievable and realistic means that whatever goals you are setting for yourself, those should be achievable. Those should be realistic also. It should relate to your past and your present, and you could correlate with your future also. So achievable depends on external factors and realistic depends on your own factors. Very good. So whenever you are making your goals, you should keep a track of outside factors also and inside factors also. And we all have studied about SWOT analysis. SWOT, sabne padha hoga, strength, weakness, opportunities, and threat. So in SWOT, there are two factors, internal factors and external factors. And internal factors are within our control. We can control those. But external factors are beyond our control. Right? So we have to take care of these factors whenever we are setting our goals for ourselves. तो हमें एक्सटर्नल फैक्टर्स को भी ध्यान में रखना है, इंटरनल फैक्टर्स को भी ध्यान में रखना है, और उसके बाद इस तरह के गोल सेट करने हैं जो कि रियलिस्टिक हो और अचीवेबल हो. एंड द लास्ट part in the goal setting is timely. When exactly do you want to accomplish it? So Indians के लिए कहा जाता है कि we are very good planners, but at the same time we are very bad executors. मतलब इंडिया में रायचंद बहुत है, आप किसी से राय मांगो या ना मांगो आपको फ्री में मिल जाएगी. So there are so many रायचंद्स in India, but बहुत कम लोग जो वो राय को खुद फॉलो करते होंगे.
Good morning, friends.
आपको बोलेंगे यार you should have healthy food, junk food नहीं खाना चाहिए, ऐसा नहीं खाना चाहिए, you should drink lots of water. But आपको 2 दिन बाद वही कचौरी खाते हुए दिख जाएंगे वही लोग, या वही लोग बर्गर खाते हुए दिख जाएंगे. ठीक है. So you should have set. Can I request the members to be on mute, please? Anirudh, can you have people on mute?
I would like to request please सभी अपना स्पीकर म्यूट कर दीजिए, जो भी पार्टिसिपेंट्स हैं apart from the speaker, सबके म्यूट कर दीजिए please.
Thank you. Yes, so we were talking about having time. We should time our goals. ठीक है. जैसे जब हम CA कर रहे होते हैं तो we should know that कि हमें एक ही अटेम्प्ट में क्लियर करना है. Many students have 5-year planning. सर मिनिमम तो 3 years लगते हैं, बट हम 5 साल की सरकार के साथ जाना चाहते हैं. We have that kind of term we have decided for ourselves. We'll not go to attempts to both the groups together. So similarly, whenever you are setting your goals, just to summarize, your goal should be SMART goals. That means specific, measurable, achievable, realistic and timely. अगर हम टाइमिंग मिस कर देंगे तो बहुत कुछ मिस कर देंगे. ठीक है. Now, once we have understood that our goals should be SMART, then how to set SMART goals? The next question that comes to our mind is कि सर आपने बता तो दिए SMART goals होता है, अब ये भी बता दो कि भाई बनाने कैसे SMART goals? How we create SMART goals? So I am giving you a recipe for making a SMART goals, and it is basically a template that we will share you after this session. So first, let me explain what should be the components of a SMART goals, and then I will give you an example also, a real life example, how the goals can be SMART or how you can set SMART goals for yourself. So first question is the specific. So specific means who is involved. Like आपके goal में क्या चीज है? You're planning for your education, or you're planning for your financial freedom, or you're planning for travel. So who is involved in that goal? Then what do I want to achieve? Like what do you want to achieve? You want to achieve like in monetary terms you want to achieve, in your status terms you want to achieve, in your education or your life planning you want to achieve something. When do I need to achieve this? So you should have a specific timeline that by this year I want to achieve this goal, and why is the goal important. So I was reading a book, Why. So there is a book called Why, and it says that whenever you understand in life that whatever you're doing, why it is doing it, then you do it with your 100%. जब हमें ये पता होता है कि हम ये क्यों कर रहे हैं, जो भी हम काम कर रहे हैं उसे क्यों कर रहे हैं, why we are doing it. If your why is clear, then your how and what will be obviously clear. जो आपको पता होगा कि आपको क्यों करना है, तो आपको कैसे करना है और कब करना है, ये सब automatically clear हो जाएगा. So whenever we are setting specific goals, make sure that your why is clear. Second, when we are defining measurability, then you have to measure how will I measure my progress. So I stick to my example that I'm 100 kgs, I want to reduce to 75 or 80 or 85 or maybe 90 in 10 days or 15 days time. It is possible. देखिए आजकल तो ऐसे गोल भी आते हैं कि 3 दिन 1 महीने में आप 10 किलो लूज कम कर लो, ये कर लो. तो how do I measure? So I take my weight as on today and I write down on a diary कि आज मेरा weight 100 किलो है. Then I'm working out for a week. I'm tracking on my diet also. I'm taking all the precautions that my trainer or someone has guided me. And I check my progress on a weekly basis. And every week I'm keeping a track record of where my weight is. That means I'm measuring my progress. So that is what exactly you should do with your financial goals also. How will I know if my goal is achieved? So that means you should have a measurable goals. Suppose you want to travel abroad in let's say 3 years time. आज तो possible नहीं है, लेकिन 2 साल बाद 3 साल बाद I want to travel abroad. बहुत time से मैं गया नहीं. So I today if I inquire my travel agent, he says that if you want to fly to US or Paris, then it will cost you around 10 lakh rupees. 15 days tour, it will cost you 10 lakh for 2 persons, you and your wife. So you have a goal that is measurable. The goal is to you want to plan your vacation to a foreign country, and you want to spend 15 days there, and it will cost you 10 lakh today. So my question to you all, that we are all our finance people sitting talking here, and we are all chartered accountants. Will that 10 lakh remain 10 lakh in after 3 years also? आज जो मुझे 10 लाख का एस्टिमेट दिया गया है, क्या वो 3 साल बाद भी 10 लाख रुपए ही होगा, 10 लाख से ज्यादा हो जाएगा या कम हो जाएगा? I want answers in the chat box. Will that 10 lakh remain 10 lakh after 3 years, or it will increase, or it is going to decrease? It may go to 15 lakhs also. Yes. Thank you for your response, Yogesh. So why it will go to 15 lakhs? Because it will increase because of inflation. Mehengai, yes, inflation. So that is something which is unavoidable. That is one factor which is not in my control. It is beyond my control. So I have to plan for it. So whenever I'm taking any financial decision, I don't have to look at the current cost, but I have to look at the inflated cost, and I should measure my progress accordingly. कि 10 साल बाद मुझे आज 3 साल बाद मुझे 10 लाख की जरूरत है, तो आज 10 लाख की जरूरत है तो 15 लाख की जरूरत पड़ेगी. So every year, every 6 months, I should track where my investments are, what I'm earning. Am I getting close to my goal, or am I getting far away from my goal? Okay. So you have to measure your progress on a regular basis. Then, as we discussed, it should be achievable. So will it be clear when the goal is complete, and is it reasonable to complete the goal in the time allotted? So whatever your budget is it reasonable budget, and whatever time you are giving to your budget to achieve that amount, is that time reasonable? Yes. So investment का जो return है वो inflation से ऊपर होना चाहिए. And I would like to add something here, that if you are investing in a FD product like FD, ठीक है, जो लोग करते हैं senior citizens, your father, your mother, your grandparents, they are investing today also, they are investing in FD, and FD is giving you negative returns. Yes, I repeat, FDs are giving negative returns because they are not beating inflation. The post-tax returns, although guaranteed, but they are not beating inflation. Yes, it is secured. I'm telling you it is secured. I'm not saying it is bad. But what I'm saying is your secured investment is not giving you an edge over the inflation. So you have to think about it again when you're doing your FDs. We'll talk about it in the session also. Then relevant. Is this goal related to my overall success or the success of my business or organization? So whenever you're setting any goals, financial goal, then you should have relevant goals. Relevant means, is it relating to myself or for the growth of my business or the growth of my family members? So whatever goals you're setting, these should be relevant goals. Time bound. How long should it take to accomplish this goal? When will I check in or whether or not the goal has been completed? And am I ready to start work on the goal? तो आपको 3 चीजें देखनी है कि टाइम बाउंड का मतलब क्या होता है कि आप अपने गोल को टाइमली सेट कर लो, उसको एक टाइम के साथ कनेक्ट कर दो. एज आई गिव यू एन एग्जांपल कि इन 3 years टाइम यू आर प्लानिंग टू ट्रैवल अब्रॉड, दैट मींस यू आर टाइम बाउंड कि 3 साल में आपको ये करना है. ठीक है. Travel can be postponed also, it can be cancelled also. But suppose you are planning to for your kids education, or your parents are planning, you're unmarried and they are planning for your marriage. So can that goal be shifted to a later date? If you have your son or daughter graduating and they want to pursue further studies abroad, can you ask them to delay by 1 or 2 years? कि 1-2 साल रुक जाओ बेटा, अभी पैसे इकट्ठे नहीं हुए. Give me some more time. You won't. So that means you should have these are the need. Yes, this is a need, this is not a want. So when it will become want, suppose, yes, travel can be a want. Very good, Anirudh. Travel is a want and education is a need. Very good. So now people are understanding what I'm discussing, and that is a good sign. Thank you. So let us just summarize this smart thing, and I have an example with you. I hope the screen is visible to you all, and let us understand the smart goal setting with an example. So what is the goal? I want to cut 6 hours I spend processing data in Excel every day to 3 hours by implementing an improved work routine. So every day we're using Excel, and it is taking us 6 hours to complete a particular task, and you want to reduce it to 3 hours. So how will I measure my progress? So I will track the time I spend processing Excel data every day and watch the time decreases. So मुझे लगता है कि यार ये हर दिन एक प्रोसेस करना पड़ता है. अगर मैं एक मैक्रो रिकॉर्ड कर दूं मेरे प्रोसेस के लिए, and when I sit on the job and I just click on that macro, and the macro is doing the working for me. I don't have to do that working, but the macro is doing the working for me, and it is reducing the time occupied in doing a particular transaction or a process. तो मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ? I'm reducing my task and I'm saving on time. So I'm measuring the progress that I'm doing. Then attainable or achievable, same thing. Do I have the skills and the resources for it? So when we are talking about the difference between measurable and attainable, that means कि मैंने एक ऐसा गोल सेट कर दिया जो measurable है, लेकिन क्या मेरे पास वो resources हैं? Do I know that tricks, or do I have a advanced hand on Excel wherein I can use those resources to my benefit and to reduce my time and to reach my goal? तो ये सब आपको सोचना है. Relevant. Why is the goal important? अगर आप 6 घंटे का काम 3 घंटे में कर लेते हैं, तो जो extra 3 hours आपके पास हैं, that you can utilize for some other productive work, and that will help you in earning your revenues. See, one thing is very clear and simple, कि as we move on in life, expenses are not going to reduce. They are going to increase day by day as the prices of petrol are increasing. So we cannot fight with the government कि पेट्रोल के दाम कम करो. हमें क्या करना चाहिए? Contrary, हमें अपनी earnings को बढ़ाना चाहिए. We should work on increasing our earning on a regular basis. And for that, it is important. Sorry. Excuse me. It is important to have a skill set and to have a regular upgradation of knowledge. When will I achieve the goal set? So you should have a time bounding कि मुझे ये काम कितने टाइम में complete करना है, and then you will be able to do it. So I want to cut the time I spend on Excel calculations in half by 15th of the next month. तो अगर आज मुझे किसी काम को करने में 6 घंटे लगते हैं, तो मैं एक हफ्ते में या 15 दिन में कोशिश करूंगा कि ये काम मेरा 3 घंटे में हो सके. And it should be measurable, attainable, and relevant for my work. So now that brings me to the components of financial planning. अब तक मैंने आपको ये समझाया कि why there is a need to plan, why you should have a planning, what is the importance of planning, what is the importance of goal setting, and how you can set a smart goals. Now we are looking at the core of financial planning for which you all are here. So when we talk about financial planning, so financial planning covers an umbrella of services and an umbrella of planning, which starts from tax planning, जो हम लोग करते आ रहे हैं, then insurance planning, investment planning, retirement planning, estate planning, and cash flow planning. Now, I want to have a question over here from all of you, and I want maximum people to participate. How many of you have planned for your retirement? I repeat, how many of you do you have a plan for your retirement? I think most of the people who are attending this webinar, they must be in the age bracket of 25 to 40, 45 maybe. So have you planned for your retirement? not in that mind frame right now. Yes, so we are young. अभी तो मैं जवान हूँ, अभी मुझे कहाँ से रिटायरमेंट की बातें करें. So I am getting answers from Sonali and Karishma. No sir, no sir. हमसे ये क्वेश्चन पूछो, have you planned for your marriage? Then the answers may be yes, I'm planning it every day and I want to have it like जल्दी से. हम लोग यही सबसे पहले क्या होता है कि जब तक हम सीए नहीं बनते तो एक गोल रहता है कि सीए बनना है, सीए बनना है, सीए बनना है. When we clear our CA, then the next goal is to get a good job, decent job. When we are employed in a job or when we are practicing, then the next milestone is marriage. Once we get married, तो क्या होता है, वो तो जो मैरिड लोग हैं उनको पता होगा कि आफ्टर मैरिज व्हाट हाउ इट फील्स. ठीक है, इट फील्स वंडरफुल. ठीक है, उसके बाद योर नेक्स्ट गोल इज टू हैव किड्स एंड देन एट द एंड ऑफ टाइम, जब हमारा आधी जिंदगी आधी उम्र निकल जाती है, उसके बाद हम सोचते हैं अरे अब मैं बूढ़ा हो रहा हूँ एंड आई डोंट हैव दैट काइंड ऑफ कॉर्पस व्हिच आई शुड हैव थॉट अबाउट. इजंट इट? ये जो मैंने आपको कहानी सुनाई अभी तक, हमने जो अच्छी अच्छी बातें करी, आपको बहुत enjoy कर रहे होंगे आप. I hope this session, because whenever I take a session I always believe that the session should be interesting. It should not be like be that कि मैं CPRs के लिए आ रहा हूँ, I'll get that, but it should be an interesting session and you should learn also and you should enjoy also at the same time. So when I talk about retirement planning, people say I'm too young. Why should I bother about retirement at this stage? वो तो 25 साल दूर है. लेकिन जो चीजें आपको दूर दिखती हैं वो कब बहुत जल्दी आ जाती हैं, you never know. And in the last 2 years, we have seen people having lots of bad consequences in their life. Many people have lost their family members, young earning members. In the second wave of COVID, everyone would agree with me that some or the other person which we can relate to is no more, and which was the sole bread earning member of the family. तो अगर हम आज भी ये सोच रहे हैं, ये सब हम देखने के बाद भी हम सोच रहे हैं कि अभी से मैं रिटायरमेंट के बारे में क्यों सोचूं, then it is what I should say, I don't know. You are playing with your lives and the life of all those who are financially dependent on you. So what we should do by from today itself, आज ही हम लोग को एक प्लान बनाना चाहिए जहां पे रिटायरमेंट प्लानिंग इंक्लूड करें. एटलीस्ट वी शुड अंडरस्टैंड द क्रक्स अबाउट इट एंड देन वी शुड प्लान फॉर इट. वी शुड नॉट डिले इट. देयर इज नो पॉइंट इन डिलेइंग इट. और मैं आपको बताऊंगा कि डिले करने से नुकसान क्या होता है. सी क्या होता है, इंसान को जब पता पड़ता है कि मेरा नुकसान कैसे हो सकता है, तब वो फायदे के बारे में सोचता है. जब आप उसको फायदे के बारे में बताओगे तो वो नहीं सोचेगा. सेम हैपेंस विद द क्लाइंट्स आल्सो. व्हेन वी टेल अस कि फाइल योर रिटर्न्स ऑन टाइम, do your audits on time, they will not understand. But when you send them a message कि if you file your return after 31st of December, then you will be charged 10,000 of penalty, फिर वो भागा आएगा, अरे सर 10,000 रुपए मत लगवाना, प्लीज रिटर्न भर दो हमारा. इसी तरीके से हमें जब हम काफी एज का पड़ाव पार कर चुके होते हैं, 40-45 की एज में पहुंच जाते हैं, तब हमें रियलाइज होता है यार काश हमने पहले स्टार्ट कर दिया होता तो बेटर हो जाता. So I don't want everyone to regret at the end. So it is better to start early. ठीक है? So financial planning includes tax planning, insurance planning, investment planning, retirement planning, estate planning, and cash flow planning. ठीक है? All are interrelated terms. All you must all be aware of, but we'll have a slight look in each of the elements. Now, as Anirudh said, कि सर व्हाई डू आई नीड फाइनेंशियल प्लानिंग. 1 घंटे से आप यही बता रहे हो ये ऐसा होता है, स्मार्ट गोल्स होने चाहिए, बट ये सब करना क्यों है? व्हाई, व्हाट इज द हैसल? इतनी जल्दी क्यों है? ठीक है, अभी तो बहुत टाइम है. तो लेट मी शो यू सम पिक्चर व्हिच माइट ओपन योर आईज. देखिए, सबसे पहली चीज है इन्फ्लेशन. इन्फ्लेशन को मैं नाम देता हूँ दीमक का. दीमक क्या काम करता है? वो हमारे फर्नीचर को इरोड कर देता है, उसको खत्म कर देता है. अगर दीमक आपके फर्नीचर में लग जाए तो वो आपके धीरे 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 फर्नीचर को खत्म कर जाएगा। और आपको कब पता पड़ता है? when you realize that most of your furniture has been destroyed, अंदर से हिला देता है, ठीक है। तो आपका फर्नीचर में दीमक लग गया, आपको पता भी नहीं पड़ा, लेकिन अंदर ही अंदर वो अपना काम करता गया करता गया करता गया करता गया, और आपको तब रियलाइज हुआ जब when it become a huge massive loss because it was not visible till then. सेम पैटर्न पे इन्फ्लेशन काम करता है, इन्फ्लेशन बढ़ता रहता है, लेकिन हमें रियलाइज नहीं होता, क्योंकि हमें लगता है अरे यार 6% ही तो है, 7% ही तो है, मैं तो कमा रहा हूँ, मेरी एफडीज कमा रही हैं, मेरे स्टॉक्स कमा रहे हैं, मेरे म्यूचुअल फंड अर्न कर रहा है, ठीक है। बट इज दैट इनफ? whatever investments you are making, is that enough to beat that inflation? That is the first thing. Second, financial viability. Now, what do you understand by the word viability? Yesterday we had a VCM on project report and it was a very nice session. लेकिन वहां पे हमें प्रोजेक्ट रिपोर्ट जब हम बनाते हैं तो वाइबिलिटी देखते हैं। लोन जब सैंक्शन करता है बैंक तो बता देखता है कि वाइबल है या नहीं है, इज इट वाइबल? सो व्हाट डू यू अंडरस्टैंड बाय द वर्ड term financial viability? Anyone?
Hello.
Yes, Anirudh.
Viability में भी if I अगर एक बैंक हमको एक लोन दे रहा है तो they would see कि ये रिटर्न्स हमको वापस जो है इंटरेस्ट रीपेमेंट टाइमली देगा नहीं देगा थ्रू इट्स टर्नओवर, थ्रू इट्स रनिंग कोर्स। तो वो वायबिलिटी उस तरह से चेक होगी एसेट्स एंड लायबिलिटीज देख के कि क्या बिजनेस है क्या है।
एक बात बताइए अनिरुद्ध, जब हम बैंक को से लोन लेते हैं और बैंक हमें फाइनेंस कर रहा है तो बैंक हमारी स्टडी करता है, फाइनेंशियल स्टडी करता है कि लोन चुका पाओगे नहीं चुका पाओगे, वाइबल है या नहीं, एंड सिबिल स्कोर देखता है, ठीक है, क्रेडिट स्कोर देखता है, और सब चीजें देखने का डिसाइड करता है, इतनी सारी स्टडी करता है, फिर हमसे पेपर मंगाता है, हम सीए से पेपर मंगाते हैं, इतनी सारी कहानी होती है, देन वी गेट अ लोन जिसमें हमें इंटरेस्ट भरना है, ठीक है। इट इज अ बर्डन, इट इज एन ऑब्लिगेशन। तो जब बैंक इतना सारा कुछ काम कर रहा है तो आर वी डूइंग द सेम वर्किंग फॉर आवरसेल्फ? हम जब कहीं इन्वेस्ट करते हैं तो हम सोचते हैं यार ये वाइबल है क्या इन्वेस्टमेंट, इसमें मुझे इतने रिटर्न्स मिल जाएंगे क्या, क्या मेरा उतना पैसा बन जाएगा जितना कहीं और बन जाता?
थोड़ा थॉट होता है बट इट्स नॉट लाइक दैट, विजनरी थॉट नहीं होता कि पक्का ऐसा हो ही जाएगा क्या।
हाँ, पक्का ऐसा हो ही जाएगा क्या, या हम उतनी डिटेल में नहीं जाते हैं जितना कि एक बैंक जा रहा है लोन लेते हुए।
यस यस यस।
अब व्हेन वी टू कंपेयर द टू सिचुएशंस, जब हम कंपेयर करेंगे अगर इनको, तो क्या आपको लगता है कि बैंक को आपके पैसे से ज्यादा प्यार है या आपको आपके पैसे से ज्यादा प्यार?
बैंक को शायद ज्यादा प्यार है
because they are earning from you.
Yes, and they also have to pay their depositors also. They have to look at that also.
Right. नहीं तो सबकी हालत यस बैंक जैसी हो जाती।
बिल्कुल सर।
Right. तो हमें भी we have to see the financial viability of the investment that we are making. Then we should have financial goals also. हम लोग के साथ प्रॉब्लम क्या होती है कि हमारे गोल्स ही नहीं होते हैं। गोल्स तो होते हैं लेकिन वो कहीं डॉक्यूमेंटेड नहीं होते हैं, रिटर्न नहीं होते हैं, and we don't keep a track of all those goals. Then we make the cash flow statements for the clients क्योंकि उसके पैसे मिलते हैं, लेकिन कभी खुद का कैश फ्लो बनाया क्या हमने? कभी खुद का बजट बनाया है? कभी खुद में एनालिसिस किया है कि यार इस महीने कितना खर्च हुआ था, पिछले महीने कितना हुआ था, 6 महीने पहले कितना हुआ था, साल भर पहले कितना हुआ था, और क्या मैं बढ़ रहा हूँ या घट रहा हूँ? Not in weight, but in money terms. And investment should be tied to your goals. You should have proper insurance, you should have proper retirement, and then you should have contingency of ability. COVID ने एक word सबको सिखाया है, ठीक है, and I'm just putting that word in the chat box. ठीक है, मैं chat box में वो लिख रहा हूँ, and I want everyone to have their eyes on the chat box. और अब मुझे बताना कि हाँ ये जो मैंने लिखा है क्या ये सही है? जो वर्ड emergency fund, did we know about this concept before COVID? क्या हमें पता था कि emergency fund जैसी कोई चीज होती है या होनी चाहिए? और आज जब पता पड़ गया तो उसके बाद क्या हम रख रहे हैं? So emergency fund means something we should have in liquid terms, liquidity that we should maintain. So if something happens, something bad happens tomorrow, अगर मैं आज हूँ, एक्सीडेंट भी हो जाता है मेरा और आई एम नॉट एबल टू सर्व माई जॉब और मैं 1-2 महीने काम नहीं कर पा रहा हूँ, तो फिर मेरा घर चलता रहे, ठीक है, my financial life do not get any disturbance for the timing till the time I recover to work. So it is very important to have a emergency fund. और emergency fund का simple सा calculation है कि जो भी आपकी monthly income होती है, earnings होती हैं, या whatever your expenses are, at least उसका 6 times you should keep your emergency fund. So suppose someone is earning 50,000 rupees per month, तो into 6, 3 lakh का emergency fund he should have. और emergency fund बता तो दिया कि कितना रखना है, लेकिन कहाँ रखना है, where we should keep our emergency fund. So emergency fund either you should keep in your saving account, like you should have a bank balance of 3 to 6 months of your salary always available at your disposal, or if you want to earn something extra, then you can invest in the liquid schemes of mutual fund or in the FDs which you can premature, ताकि आपको loss of interest भी ना हो, क्योंकि saving banks are just giving you 3.5% or 4% of interest. So there is no point in keeping your money in the saving bank account. But you can invest that money in short-term securities which are liquidable, right? So the question remains unanswered कि why do I need financial planning? तो मैंने आपको बताया कि भी emergency होती है, uncertainty होती है, तो इसके लिए financial planning चाहिए, लेकिन किस किस को चाहिए और क्यों चाहिए हमने देखा. उसके बाद who all need financial planning? तो the people who are in the age bracket of 20 to 40 do they need it, 40 to 50 वालों को चाहिए, या 50 plus वाले सोचे, या जो बूढ़े हो गए हैं, सीनियर सिटीजन हो गए, they should plan for their retirement. वो क्या प्लान करेंगे, तो ऑलरेडी रिटायर हो चुके हैं, they've already enjoyed their life, they already have worked. So it is the best time to do your planning when you are into your 20s and 40s. So the early you start, the more money you make. वॉरेन बफेट का नाम तो सबने सुना होगा. वॉरेन बफेट, he is the most successful investor, he is the most wealthiest person in the world. When did he start investing? Anyone? Rough idea, Anirudh? उन्होंने कब चालू किया होगा? 25. I must share with you all that he started investing at the age 13. And because of compounding, the 8th wonder of the world, 7 वंडर तो सबने सुना है, लेकिन 8th wonder of the world is compounding. चक्रवर्ती ब्याज जिसे बोलते हैं. तो कंपाउंडिंग की वजह से उनकी वेल्थ इतनी मल्टीप्लाई हो गई है, इतना ज्यादा बढ़ गया है कि he is amongst the millionaires. So it is not the money that you earn which will make you rich, but what you are doing from that money that is going to make you rich. आप उसको कैसे इन्वेस्ट कर रहे हैं, कैसे वेल्थ बिल्डिंग में काम में ले रहे हैं, उसी से आप डिसाइड होगा कि आप कितने रिच बनेंगे. So who all need financial planning? Answer is everyone. So irrespective of your age or your wealth or how rich you are or how poor you are, everyone require financial planning. So you can see a family here. So we have old age senior citizens also, we have some young people also, we have some children also, we have a very cute small boy also sitting on the lap of his father. उसको भी फाइनेंशियल प्लानिंग की जरूरत, उसके लिए इनफैक्ट फाइनेंशियल प्लानिंग की जरूरत है. सो एवरीवन रिक्वायर्स फाइनेंशियल प्लानिंग. So this is again a graphic, infographic, which tells you that children, youngster, working adult and retired or about to retire all need financial planning. That at every stage of life, and as we discussed in the morning, in the beginning of this webinar, that everyone, it is an ongoing process. तो आपको हर स्टेज पे प्लानिंग की जरूरत पड़ेगी. सो चिल्ड्रन के लिए क्या होता है कि helps fund studies, travel plans and other wants and needs, act as a safety net in times of medical emergency and undertaking by parents or guardian. तो जब आप बच्चे के लिए प्लान करते हो तो उसके भविष्य के लिए प्लान कर रहे हो, उसकी एजुकेशन के लिए प्लान कर रहे हो, उसकी इमरजेंसी के लिए, उसके हेल्थ इश्यूज के लिए प्लान कर रहे हो. व्हेन यू आर यंग, ठीक है, जैसे अनिरुद्ध की एज में अगर आप लोग हैं, अनिरुद्ध, आर यू मैरिड और यू आर सिंगल? सिंगल, ओके। तभी शर्मा रहा है, बोला नहीं ना, लिख के चैट में जवाब दिए। ओके, यस, तभी आप इतना खुल के हंस पा रहे हो आज।
Sir, you might get in trouble, sir.
So, if you are young like Anirudh and you are single and ready to mingle, then what you should plan for? So, life requires self-guaranteed, goal-oriented action includes your finances necessary for success, and plan helps determining spending and saving more. So, this is the right age where you do not have any obligation. You are not married. ठीक है, तो शादी होने के बाद आप अपना खर्च उठाते हो। अभी तो शायद हम अपना भी नहीं उठा रहे, हमारे पेरेंट्स उठा रहे हैं, लेकिन जब हम स्टार्ट करते हैं अर्न करना, then we start spending on ourselves or we start contributing some amount to our family household expenses. बट जब शादी हो जाती है तो कुछ खर्चे ऑटोमेटिकली एड अप हो जाते हैं, तो उसके लिए अभी से प्लान करने की जरूरत है, राइट? देन व्हेन यू आर वर्किंग एडल्ट, help meet goals and responsibility like providing financial support to your family, optimize use of money and resources. So whenever you started making money, आप पैसे से पैसा बनाना चाहोगे कि मेरा पैसा जो मैंने कमाया है by working hard. So at some point of time in life, when I am turning 45 or 50, I should not have to work to earn. मतलब मुझे पैसा कमाने के लिए काम नहीं करना चाहिए, मुझे अपने आप को बिजी रखने के लिए काम करना चाहिए, या मैं अपनी ग्रोथ के लिए काम करूं, या अपना स्टेटस बढ़ाने के लिए काम करूं, या लोगों को सर्व करने के लिए काम करूं. I should not be financially dependent on my earnings to carry on my life at a particular age. लेकिन वो कब पॉसिबल हो जाएगा? जब आज आप उसके लिए तैयारी कर रहे हैं. If you're not preparing for it today, then definitely you'll have to work till the end. So if you want to retire early in life, and it is possible, then you have to start early also with your financial planning. Then if you are retired, provides financial stability, reduces dependency on others, and passive source of income even while unemployment. So अगर काफी corpus आपने इकट्ठा कर लिया है, you have acres of land which you have given on rent, or maybe you have FDs which are earning interest, so you are relaxed, you are chilled out कि अब मुझे कमाने की जरूरत नहीं है, my money is working for me. So everyone should have a plan wherein their money works for them and don't have to work to earn. ये क्या सोच रहा होगा अनिरुद्ध?
सर मे बी मैं लैंड में इन्वेस्टमेंट करूं या एफडीज किसमें इन्वेस्ट करूं, मे बी, और
ये या क्रिप्टो करेंसी में?
यस, बट एक्चुअली आई फाइंड इट वेरी रिस्की, इसलिए वो थॉट मेरे को नहीं आया.
नहीं आया, हाँ. So जब हम like it's almost an hour and we are discussing about like financial planning क्या होती है, कैसे होती है, तो अब वो excitement level तो I think सब में आ ही गया होगा कि हाँ we should at least think about it. हमें शुरुआत तो करनी चाहिए कहीं से. So the next question which triggers in our mind or which should trigger in our mind is that how to start financial planning. सर आपने ज्ञान तो बहुत दे दिया, थोड़ा सा practical भी बता दो. So here we are moving ahead, and now I'm going to discuss how you can start, from where you can start, and how to start doing your financial planning. So if everyone is ready, can we have a yes in the chat box? If everyone who all wants to know how to start the financial planning? Yes. So some people are very actively listening to me, and I'm very happy about that. They are serious about things. And let us begin this journey. So it is a simple 8-step process. ठीक है, 8 step का process है, और प्रीतेश is there, very good. तो start करते हैं कि how do you actually have a financial plan. ठीक है, सबसे पहले listen. Our first step is to learn about you, your goals, your values, and unique life situation. See, everyone is unique, everyone is different. So we cannot apply the same formula for everyone. तो ऐसा नहीं है, जैसे हम लोग की आदत क्या होती है, कॉपी पेस्ट वाली आदत होती है. यार तेरे पास स्टॉक ऑडिट की रिपोर्ट है क्या, चल फॉरवर्ड कर दे, नाम पार्टी का एडिट करा, फिगर्स एडिट करे, अपना डेजिग्नेशन फर्म का नाम डाला एंड सबमिट कर दे. Similarly, whenever we are doing any internal audit, we are taking some references. Whenever we are doing any tax audit, we are taking some references. We are just changing the things and we are doing. But this thing will not apply to your personal finances. So whenever you are preparing a financial plan for yourself, you cannot have a copy paste approach. It has to be unique. तो आपको खुद के बारे में जानना है, आपकी नीड्स क्या है, आपकी वांट्स क्या है, आपके गोल्स क्या है, आपकी वैल्यूज क्या है, what do you want from your life. So it has to be a one-to-one process. It cannot be a altogether process for everyone. Common नहीं हो सकता वो, और आपके जो goals होंगे that will not be matching with the goals of your partner or your father or your mother. ठीक है. For simple example, मैं बहुत simple way में आपको explain करता हूँ. First जो हमने बात करी कि अगर आपसे पूछा जाए, घर पे 5 जने हैं और सबसे पूछा जाए आज क्या बना है, today Sunday, and your mother is preparing lunch and she's asking, okay, what should I cook today? So everyone will come up with the same answer, or is there a probability that everyone will come up with a different answer? Yes, Anirudh. आज आप क्या खाना पसंद करेंगे? So everyone will have the same answer, or we might have different answer. Yes, maybe different answer, because depending on the taste of everyone, depending on the choice of everyone, they will give their own wish for what they want to have. So similarly, everyone has different goals and they should have different likes and dislikes. Very good. Second, so first you have to listen to yourself. You have to do introspection. इंट्रोसेप्शन का मतलब क्या होता है कि अंदर अपनी आध्यात्मिक आत्मा तक जाना है और अंदर से पूछ के लाना है कि भाई क्या चाहिए लाइफ में. सेकंड, गैदर. We will work together to collect all your financial information. So you have to sit with a financial planner, and if you are doing it DIY, मतलब do it yourself कर रहे हैं, तो भी आप पेपर पेन लेके बैठे हैं. It is not a process which will be done orally. You have to sit with a pen and paper and you have to mention all your goals. You have to write down what you want to achieve in life, financially and non financially. दोनों तरह के गोल्स आपको लिखने हैं और स्मार्ट गोल्स प्रेजेंट करने हैं. ठीक है. थर्ड, you have to review your financial information and confirm understanding of your financial picture. तो सबसे पहले चीज आपको डिसाइड करना है कि आपके गोल्स किस तरह के होंगे. देन आपको इंफॉर्मेशन गैदर करनी है. देन यू हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड योर फाइनेंशियल इंफॉर्मेशन. व्हाट काइंड ऑफ फाइनेंसेस आर यू हैविंग एट दिस जंक्शन. आज क्या है हमारे पास और कल हम क्या चीज ऑप्ट कर रहे हैं, प्लान कर रहे हैं. फोर्थ, develop research financial options and develop your financial plan. So whenever we talk about financial planning, the first aspect of planning is looking at what do we want. हमें कितने पैसे की जरूरत है या हमें क्या क्या गोल्स हैं हमारी लाइफ में जिसके लिए हमें पैसे कमाने हैं. और जब वो चीज क्लियर हो जाती है, then we look at the options, the various investment options that we should invest in. What do people do is they first invest the money and then they think, यार ये मैंने इन्वेस्टमेंट क्यों किया, इसमें तो रिटर्न ही नहीं आ रहे हैं, इसमें तो रिटर्न कहीं और इतने कम आ रहे हैं. मैं एफडी की जगह म्यूचुअल फंड में कर देता, ज्यादा आते हैं. म्यूचुअल फंड्स को छोड़ के स्टॉक मार्केट में कर देता, उसमें रिटर्न बहुत ज्यादा मिल जाते हैं. मैं स्टॉक मार्केट को छोड़ के क्रिप्टो करेंसी में इन्वेस्ट कर देता, मेरा पैसा 4 गुना हो जाता. मैंने इंश्योरेंस क्यों ले रखा है, आई एम वेस्टिंग द मनी ऑन टर्म इंश्योरेंस, आई शुड नॉट हैव अ टर्म लाइफ. वो जो पैसा आ रहा है वो भी मैं मार्केट में लगा देता हूँ, तो आई विल अर्न. इज दिस द राइट वे टू हैव अ फाइनेंशियल प्लानिंग or to do your investment? Is it the correct way to do your investment? Absolutely not. So the fifth step is present your plan and implementation strategies accordingly. So first you have to gather information, then you have to review your information, then you have to develop a plan, then you have to present your plan and strategies accordingly. Then educate. We'll take some time to explain all your financial options. Then you have to have a one-to-one session with your financial planner, or maybe you yourself will have to look into different options, what is good for you and what is not. And now if you're not aware of all the investment options available, then definitely you have to consult someone who is having an expertise over it. Then when you are done with all these planning, then what you do is you implement your plan recommendation and help you with any challenges. So you have to implement. Now every investment you cannot do on your own, so you should have someone who can do a hand holding with you and who can help you do that investments for you. Then once the investment is done, the process does not end here. as we mentioned that it is an ongoing process. That means कि जो भी आपने इन्वेस्टमेंट किया है उसको आपको मॉनिटर करना है. You have to monitor your investment and you have to track all the investments and you have to see that for what goal I had done the investment and am I reaching closer to my goal. If the investment is not taking you near your goal, that you have to recheck on the investment options. So I hope the planning process is clear. It is a 8-step process which you have to follow to have a financial plan. Now, how a financial planning pyramid looks like. So, सबसे पहले करना क्या चाहिए और हम लोग करते हैं क्या है? सबसे पहले you have to look for the wealth protection. Protect what you have. ठीक है? Suppose COVID में क्या हुआ था? गवर्नमेंट ने क्या किया? When they understood that there is a plague which is coming up और ऐसी बीमारी है जो फैलती है, ठीक है? So they stopped the travel. They asked the people to stay at homes. कि बाहर मत निकलो, wear mask, keep proper distancing, don't meet people, don't travel a lot. ठीक है? So you are protecting what you have. You're protecting your life. Then they worked upon creating medicines and coming up with vaccinations and all these things. That was at a later stage. But the first stage is protecting what we have. That is our life. That is important to us. तो सबसे पहले जब आप इन्वेस्टमेंट स्टार्ट करते हैं तो पहला प्रोडक्ट जो आपको लेना चाहिए दैट इज द लाइफ इंश्योरेंस. That is the risk cover. You should protect your life. I'm not doing any advertisement of any company here, but I'm just giving a plan okay, what you should do accordingly. So पहली चीज protect yourself, because if you're no more, then what will you do with all those investment which you have made in the stock market or for any other investment vehicle? So first thing is to protect your life. Second, you have to create your wealth. You have to accumulate your wealth. So whatever you are earning, you should start saving it. वो सेविंग का साइकिल होता है ना, फर्स्ट वी अर्न, देन वी स्पेंड, एंड व्हाटएवर इज लेफ्ट आफ्टर स्पेंडिंग वी स्टार्ट सेविंग दैट अमाउंट. बट दैट इज नॉट गोइंग टू हेल्प यू इन बिल्डिंग अप अ राइट पर्पस. तो आपको क्या करना चाहिए, वो साइकिल थोड़ा सा चेंज करना चाहिए. और नाउ फर्स्ट फ्रॉम योर अर्निंग यू शुड कीप अ सेविंग, सम अमाउंट you should save every month, and whatever you leave, whatever is left after saving, you should spend that. So don't spend what is left after saving, or don't save what is left after spending, but spend what is left after saving. तो पहले आप सेव करो फिर स्पेंड करो अगर आपको पैसे बचाने हैं तो. And third thing that we should all tell our seniors or our clients who are above 50 years of age is that they should plan for wealth distribution. That is estate planning and succession planning. Transfer what you have. देखो एक कहानी है ना, एक कहावत है, क्या लेके आए थे और क्या लेके जाओगे. So when you are born, you're born empty handed, and whenever you're going, जब आपका लास्ट वो होता है यात्रा होती है, तो सब चीजें आपसे निकाल ली जाती है. आपके पास गोल्ड चेन है तो वो भी निकाल लेंगे, अगर रिंग पहन रखी है वो भी निकाल लेंगे, ठीक है, और कानों में बाली भी है, हीरे की भी है, तो भी वो बाहर निकल जाएगी. Nothing will go with you at the end. So जो भी हम कमाते हैं, जो भी हम इतनी मेहनत कर रहे हैं, we have to have a plan to distribute that income. And this is a mistake that most of the individuals are doing. They are not having any will with them. And we also sometimes fail to guide our clients to have focus on will writing. तो अगर वसीयत हो तो हम उससे दो बेनिफिट होते हैं. एक तो यू हैव अ डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन प्लान, समथिंग हैपेंस टू यू टुमारो, अनसर्टेन इवेंट हो जाता है कुछ भी, तो देयर विल नॉट बी एनी chaos इन योर फैमिली. जो भी आपकी वेल्थ है आपने एक जगह लिख दिया, डॉक्यूमेंट कर दिया, और किसको क्या मिलना है वो पता है. दूसरा, you will avoid all the possible disputes in the family members. ठीक है, so it is always better to have a written will for all the people who are senior citizens. ठीक है, so this is the financial pyramid that you should start with. First, protect what you have, then you should look at creating wealth, and then after you have created a good amount of wealth, then you should start distributing it or thinking about the distribution. नहीं तो I give an example of Raymond. Raymond company का if you know what had happened with Gautam and his father, his son dismissed his father from the wealth, and he is like जिन्होंने empire खड़ा करा वही उसके बाहर हो गए, and he is like at the losing end. So sometimes you have to plan for everything. Now, as Anirudh was talking about, that there are things which are beyond our control and things which are within our control. So here is the picture that will show you what are the things that you can control and what are the things that you cannot control. And with this pyramid, you will understand how you have to go about your financial planning. So जो yellow वाला area है, ठीक है, उसकी बात हम करते हैं things which you can control. So education saving, home, retirement saving, emergency cash, personal savings, and debt reduction. So these should be on your priorities. So whenever you are spending, जैसे हमने बात करी credit card के खर्चे कम करें, हम अपने हमारी spending habits को review करें. So reduce your debt. जो पैसा बच सकता है उसको बचाने की कोशिश करें. Then invest more. You should have emergency cash. You should have personal savings also. Even the ladies at home, even your sister, you should like tell them कि save whatever money you are getting. Then you should have retirement planning also. वो हमने discuss किया, ठीक है. उसके बाद जो hindrances आएंगी या जो चीजें होंगी वो जो हम कंट्रोल नहीं कर पाएंगे वो क्या होगा? Becoming dependent. As you grow older, you will be dependent on someone. You cannot avoid this thing. It is a truth. And ये कलयुग का समय है, ठीक है. मैं थोड़ा कन्वेंशनल हो जाता हूँ अपनी बातों में, बट इट इज वेरी प्रैक्टिकल, ठीक है. किसे छुपा नहीं है कि आज डिपेंडेंट होना एक अभिशाप है अपने आप में. Everyone wants to be independent. No one wants to be dependent on their kids. और जो आप पुराने पेरेंट्स अगर बात करते हैं, when I talk to my senior clients, they say कि आज तक हम यही चाहते हैं कि हम तुम्हें दें, तुम हमें दो, ऐसा कभी नहीं होना चाहिए. So all the elderly people are always कि हमारा हाथ ऐसे रहना चाहिए हमेशा ऐसे, and we should not be like this. So financially dependent होना चाहिए, आपको independent होना चाहिए, and you cannot avoid this thing becoming dependent, but you can plan for it. Second, suffering health issue. Now we have seen young people losing their life. We are seeing young people getting infected with COVID and having infection. We have पोस्ट कोविड सिनेरियो ऑल्सो जहाँ पे कि लोग रिकवर तो हो गए, बच तो गए कोविड से, पॉजिटिव से नेगेटिव हो गए, लेकिन उनके पास बहुत सारे इम्प्लिकेशंस रह गए, लंग्स इन्फेक्ट हो गए हैं, दे आर नॉट एबल टू ब्रीथ प्रॉपर्ली, बहुत सारी डिजीजेस आ गई हैं, ठीक है. एवरीवन, ओबेसिटी इज वन डिजीज व्हिच इज लाइक बिकमिंग कॉमन इन एवरी चाइल्ड नाउ, ठीक है. Many child are becoming obsessed with medical this your mobile phones. So people, doctors are recommending कि इनकी आंखें खराब होंगी, या they will not have proper brain tuning because they are not playing in the ground, but they are spending too much screen time. Then suffering serious illness, and there can be possibility of premature death also. So nowadays people are having lots of aspirations, ठीक है. Young, mostly the young people when I talk to, even I am young, बाल चले गए हैं लेकिन अभी भी I'm young, ठीक है. But I'm talking about people who are of Anirudh age, ठीक है. तो उनकी बहुत बड़े aspirations होते हैं कि sir I'm earning 1 lakh rupees, how can I increase to 2 lakh, how can I earn more, where I can get a promotion from my company. So everyone is taking unnecessary tension which they should not take. बस why? Because they want growth, faster growth. और इसी के लिए एक स्केल से दूसरे स्केल पे, दूसरे से तीसरे स्केल पे, and whenever the companies are paying you, they're not paying you for having easy money, but they will take the hell out of from you. So all the IT people are suffering a lot, and at the age 40-45 they are having serious diseases like diabetes, hypertension. I was talking to a student of mine, and she's just 30 years, and she took some attempts to clear CA, and she told me, sir, I am suffering from hypertension. Can you imagine a 30-year-old female? She's suffering from hypertension or blood pressure problem. 2 days back, I came to know about someone very close to me. He is just 44 or 45 maybe, and he suffered an heart attack. A working professional. So it is something which is not normal. आज जो एंकर थे आज तक कि वो उनकी डेथ हो गई at the age 44 45. That is not normal. That is something which is very serious. So what are we working for? Are we like taking so much stress wherein to earn? We are losing our life. We are not earning, we are losing. So don't lose your life to wealth. Have a proper plan. So these are some things which we cannot control, but we can plan for these things. Then the green area that everyone should, growth opportunity that everyone should look at is maximizing wealth and estate preservation. So whatever estate का मतलब क्या यहाँ पे होता है? क्या मतलब होता है estate का? Anyone in the chat box? What do you mean by the word estate?
सर आपका ये हाउसेस वगैरह और ये सब जो
Yes, whatever real estate सुना है ना हमने real estate मतलब जो भी हमारे पास physical assets हैं, land, building, monuments, whatever, gold. Estate का मतलब होता है आपकी जायदाद. ठीक है, anything which is having monetary value is can be termed as an estate. जो आप छोड़ के जाओगे, जो आप ट्रांसफर करोगे, जो आप पास ऑन करोगे, that is called an estate. तो estate को प्रिजर्व करना और wealth को maximize करना, these should be the two goal that everyone should have. And in the end, we should have a will. So हम लोग सब कुछ कर लेते हैं लेकिन will नहीं बनाते हैं, तो जितना भी हमने सब कुछ किया होता है उन सब पे पानी फिर जाता है. So that is the most important thing that everyone should guide to people, that they should have a will. Don't save money on not creating a will. Okay, now I am taking you to some practical aspect. Okay, and we are moving to next stage of financial planning, and the practical aspect of financial planning I'll be discussing with you with the help of Excel, and with some calculation we'll see how exactly we should do what we are doing. So it is a harsh reality that 80% of the urban Indians not ready for retirement. They're not ready for retirement. 80%. 80% का मतलब क्या हो गया? 4 out of 5 people fear that their savings will not last enough through retirement. Find max life insurance in your retirement index study. So this is the harsh reality, and this I have taken from ET Wealth Economics Times के साथ में Monday को, every Monday you get a ET Wealth. From that I have taken that paper, I have taken that survey, and it is really shocking. So if we further study this, 4 in 5 of these above 50 feel that they should have started planning earlier. तो अब पछताए क्या हो जब चिड़िया चुग गई. तो 50 की उम्र में लोगों को लग रहा है कि हमने काश पहले सुना होता, स्टार्ट किया होता. So what are the barriers to investing for retirement? तो ऐसा क्यों होता है कि लोग नहीं प्लान करते हैं, स्टार्ट नहीं करते हैं? तो there are some reasons. This is a survey which I am just sharing with you so that you understand the importance of financial planning. This session we have planned, we have designed so that people who are listening to me, they should understand why it is important to plan for retirement, and when you do not show any facts and figures to the people, they don't take it seriously. So I'm doing this job today. So 45% of the Indians think that their children will take care of them. अरे हम बच्चे हैं ना, बच्चों के लिए हम इतना कर रहे हैं तो वो हमारे लिए नहीं करेंगे. तो 45% लोग ऐसे इसलिए सोचते हैं और वो प्लान नहीं करते हैं. 36% think there is enough family wealth. उनको लगता है कि जो है बहुत है, दाल रोटी मिल रही, काम चल रहा है. They are not looking at the inflation, they are not looking at the emergency, they are not looking at the contingencies that might crop up. 33% think that say it's too early to think. Anirudh जैसे लोग, सर अभी तो बहुत जल्दी है, it's too early, 33% में आप आते हैं, ठीक है, and all the females members who are participating, they should also listen to this. 30% feel that there are more important things का मतलब समझ गए ना आप लोग? हाँ, everyone is smart here. I need not emphasize on this, but yeah, there are more important things than thinking on about retirement. 30% say they don't need much money. क्या जरूरत है हमें पैसे की, जितना है उतना बहुत है, ठीक है। ये सब फिलोसफिकल बातें करते हैं, लेकिन जब बीतती है, जिसपे बीतती है उसी को पता पड़ता है कि व्हाट इज द इंपॉर्टेंस ऑफ मनी। 26% डोंट हैव इनफ टाइम टू सेव। अरे यार इतना तो कमाते ही नहीं है, बचाएंगे कहाँ? आई एम नॉट अर्निंग दैट मच, आई डोंट हैव मनी टू सेव। आप सेविंग की बात कर रहे हैं, खर्चे नहीं निकल रहे, लोन की ईएमआई किस्तें नहीं जा रही। आप किसी भी बिजनेसमैन के पास चले जाओ, he will always be crying about the loans that he has. वो कभी भी ये नहीं बोलेगा कि my business is doing good, I'm earning well, मेरा इतना सेल बढ़ गया, ये हो गया। अरे सर 2 साल से तो ठप पड़ा है, सब कुछ बंद है, ये है वो है। और वही लोग जब अपने प्रोजेक्शंस, जो अपनी बैलेंस शीट बनवाते हैं और सेल्स बनाते हैं, तो बोलते हैं अरे 20% बताओ, 25% बताओ, प्रॉफिट बताओ, लॉस मत दिखाओ, लॉस कम दिखाओ। बट दिस इज व्हाट इट इज। 20% डू नॉट प्लान टू रिटायर। भैया हमें तो रिटायर ही नहीं होना, हमें तो काम ही करते रहना है। घर पे बैठेंगे तो बोझ बन जाएंगे, नहीं हम तो 70 तक काम करेंगे, 60 तक काम करेंगे। एंड मेनी पीपल आर फोर्स्ड टू वर्क बिकॉज ऑफ दिस एटीट्यूड। दे आर फोर्स्ड टू वर्क, मतलब वो चाहते नहीं है लेकिन मजबूरी है, करना पड़ रहा है। 13% डोंट हैव अ ट्रस्टेड एडवाइजर। आपके घर पे जब भी इंश्योरेंस वाले कोई एजेंट आता है, या आपकी दुकान पे, या आपके ऑफिस में कोई आता है, एंड व्हेन एनीवन इज टॉकिंग अबाउट टेकिंग अ लाइफ पॉलिसी, तो क्या हमारे दिमाग में क्वेश्चन आता है, क्या हमारे दिमाग में थॉट आता है? आई जस्ट वांट अ सजेशन, आई जस्ट वांट एवरीवन टू पार्टिसिपेट ऑन दिस। व्हेनेवर एन एडवाइजर कम्स टू योर प्लेस to sell any policy or to suggest any policy, I'll not use the word sell but suggest a policy for you, what comes to your mind, Anirudh? If someone would like to share their thoughts, Yogesh ji or anyone, फंसा देगा। Whether he is trusted, yes, so that comes to our mind, whether he is trusted, can I trust him? और इस ये मेरा भला क्यों सोच रहे, तो अपने भले के लिए आए हैं। He wants business, he wants commission, he wants his earning, he is looking at his targets। और दिसंबर एंड में कोई आ जाए, मार्च में कोई आ जाए, अरे यार इसको अपना कोटा पूरा करना होगा। तो हम लोग ये नहीं सोचते हैं कि यार वो आया है तो हमारे लिए कुछ अच्छा बता सकता है, वी डोंट। और हम खुद ही अपने आप में एडवाइजर हैं। हम चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट्स, हम सीए को क्या सिखाओगे यार? हम तो लोगों को बताते हैं, हम तो लोगों को सिखाते हैं, तुम हमें सिखाओगे? तो आई डोंट नीड एनी एडवाइजर। तो 13% पीपल डोंट फील कि द एडवाइजर ट्रस्टवर्दी, हमें विश्वास ही नहीं होता। एंड 8% लोग ऐसे हैं जो कि आज जैसे वेबिनार्स में जुड़े हैं, डोंट नो वेयर टू स्टार्ट। सर करना तो है, कैसे करना है नहीं पता। So these are some of the reasons, these are some of the barriers why people don't start financial planning. And एक सर्वे में ये पूछा गया कि how long will the savings last into retirement? आज someone is 35 years and 40 years and he is having some retirement coffers, कितना उसके retirement तक बचेगा? तो 26% ये बोलते हैं कि 5 साल में चला सकता हूँ। मतलब मैंने जो पैसा इकट्ठा किया है और जो मेरी करंट लाइफस्टाइल है, जो मेरे मंथली एक्सपेंसेस होते हैं, उससे मेरे आगे के 5 साल चल जाएंगे। 30% feel that 5 to 10 years maybe, 27% feel that 10 years and more, and 18% entire retired life. So out of 100, only 18 people think that whatever amount they have on retirement पे जो भी पैसा उनको मिल रहा है, उससे उनकी पूरी जिंदगी चल जाएगी। And let me ask you one more question, is the life expectancy increasing or decreasing day by day? लाइफ एक्सपेक्टेंसी बढ़ रही है या कम हो रही है? It is increasing, it is not decreasing. Although the probability of surviving is decreasing because of these unhappenings or mishappenings, but because with the help of advancement in medical career, medical this thing, health infrastructure, people will live more life. चाहे वो डेथ बेड पे ही जिए, हॉस्पिटल में अपनी पूरी जिंदगी निकाल दे या टैबलेट्स के साथ निकाल दे, लेकिन जिंदा रहेंगे। और ये ज्यादा दुख की बात है क्योंकि वो सारा खर्चा जो उन्होंने पैसा सेव हुआ है वो मेडिकल में खर्च होगा, हेल्थ ट्रीटमेंट में खर्च होगा। दिस इज हार्श रियलिटी, बट दिस इज हाउ इट इज। Then I'll take some 5-10 minutes again to tell you some more realities, and then we will, in the last 1 hour of this session, I will tell you exactly what you have to do. So India's retirement index on a scale 0 to 100 is 44. So what does the retirement index say? Is that what kind of people are like prepared for this, and at what age do they start thinking about this? So what does the story cover? So the story maps the retirement preparedness of consumers in India. It is measured on the basis of 3 components: health, financial and emotional index. तो भाई पैसा बचाना की क्यों जरूरत है? क्योंकि कोई हमेशा हम बुरे वक्त के लिए सेव करते हैं। तो ये बोला जाता है कि ऑलवेज बी रेडी फॉर अ रेनी डे, कि किसी दिन बरसात आ जाए, आप बीमार ना हो, भीगो ना, तो आप उसके लिए एक अम्ब्रेला हमेशा होना चाहिए। एंड in the financial journey, in the financial planning, the umbrella is the insurance, which most of the Indian do not have, and even if they have very small amount. अभी मैं आपको YouTube पे ले चलूंगा और आपको एक एड दिखाऊंगा इरफान खान का, ही इज नो मोर, लेकिन उन्होंने एक रेलीगर के साथ में ऐड बना था, which we are going to share in 2-3 minutes just, and उसमें था कम इंश्योरेंस लेने की बीमारी। तो हम इंश्योरेंस कैसे लेते हैं? 2 लाख का ले लिया, 5 लाख का ले लिया, 10 लाख का ले लिया, प्रीमियम देख के कि कितनी प्रीमियम आ रही है, 1 लाख से ज्यादा खर्च नहीं करना, 80C में इतनी रिबेट दी है। So your 80C rebate decides the amount of insurance that you are going to buy, not your earning, not your human life value. ये तो शायद पता भी नहीं होता होगा लोगों को कि human life value होती क्या है। Because in our balance sheet we do not have human resources, we do not value our life, but in America and US, in their balance sheet they have human life value, which is the most valuable asset. And just to share with you, when you buy a new phone, आज आपने अनिरुद्ध अगर आईफोन खरीदा है तो सबसे पहले क्या करते हैं? उसका कवर खरीदते हैं,
करेक्ट।
ठीक है। जब हम लैपटॉप खरीदते हैं तो उसका कैरी बैग खरीदते हैं। जब हम कोई म्यूजिकल इंस्ट्रूमेंट खरीदते हैं, वी बाय अ केस, ठीक है। हम पेन भी खरीदते हैं तो उसके साथ में भी उसका कैप आता है। ये सब चीजों की जरूरत है। These are required to protect the asset. It is an asset. अगर मैं इस पे कवर नहीं लगा रहा हूँ और वो गिर जाता है तो मेरा नुकसान हो जाएगा। बट कितना नुकसान होगा? 10,000, 15,000, 20,000 का वापस रिपेयर हो सकता है, ये स्क्रीन नहीं लग जाएगी, थोड़ा ही लॉस होगा। लेकिन अगर इंसान ही चला गया, जिंदगी चली गई, तो इज दैट लॉस रिकवरेबल? उसको वापस ले आएंगे क्या? नॉट पॉसिबल। बट पीपल डोंट अंडरस्टैंड दिस। इट इज अ हार्श रियलिटी कि हम लोग ही नहीं समझते इस चीज को, और जब तक हम खुद ही नहीं समझेंगे तो हम लोगों को समझाएंगे कैसे? So 60% of the respondents have a positive outlook towards retirement. For them, it means अगर आप प्लान करेंगे तो क्या क्या होगा? Spending more time with family, tension-free life, more independence, new beginnings, and more luxury and travel. So people look at this retirement like this. 68% लोग कि हाँ यार, एक रिटायर्ड लाइफ अच्छी से, हमने काम बहुत साल कर लिया, अब हमारा आराम करने का टाइम। 32% have negative feelings about retirement. They means ill health. मतलब लोग जब वर्किंग करना छोड़ देते हैं, घर पे रहते हैं, तो बीमारियां हो जाती हैं, ठीक है। इफ यू नॉट एक्टिव, देन नॉट इनफ सेविंग, कि पैसा ही नहीं बचेगा, कमाएंगे नहीं तो हम कैसे स्पेंड करेंगे। बोरिंग लाइफ, कुछ करने के लिए नहीं है। एंड व्हाट इज हैपनिंग इज दैट नाउ पीपल आर मूविंग फ्रॉम बिग फैमिलीज टू न्यूक्लियर फैमिलीज, and most of the people are moving away from their hometowns in search of good opportunities. They are settling in metros and US, bahar ja rahe hain. So still there is a problem ki who will take care of the elderly people who are staying at their hometown. Lack of purpose, zinda rehne ka koi wo nahi hai. I have seen a family wherein the husband and wife, like the young child of the parents, the husband and the wife, matlab beta aur bahu, they are no more, and they died in COVID, because of COVID, okay. And their mothers and fathers, they are surviving, and they are of the age 65 and 60, and they were totally dependent on their kids for work, for their living. Now look at from this angle कि अगर ऐसा किसी के साथ होता है तो how difficult the life becomes. There is an emotional loss, you've lost your son, and there is a financial loss. You don't have anyone to feed on you. So people lose it like very badly. Dependent on the loneliness. Loneliness is the most what I can say difficult thing that one have to fight with. अकेलापन, ठीक है. So health is wealth. 8% feel it is emotional support. 29% say money is most important, and 63% people think that good health is most important in the retirement years. So we all see this, but if someone tells us, "Okay, Anirudh, you are fit and fine, you are at age 25, let's buy a health insurance." तो अनिरुद्ध क्या बोलेगा, अरे अभी क्यों लूं यार, मेरे को क्या जरूरत है हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस की, जब होंगे बड़े, जब जरूरत पड़ेगी तब ले लेंगे. और आज से 5 साल बाद, आज जो प्रीमियम आ रही है वो बहुत कम आ रही होगी, और 5 साल बाद आपकी प्रीमियम भी बढ़ जाएगी, और हो सकता है कि 5 साल में कुछ ऐसी डिजीज आ गई हो जो नहीं हो. So when people turn older, and when you are working, suppose I'm employed with a company and my company is giving me a health cover, why should I go for a personal private medical policy and spend money on the premium? तो ये भी क्वेश्चन होता है, जनरली सब लोग ऐसा सोचते हैं. बट लेट मी आस्क यू वन क्वेश्चन, व्हाट हैपेंस इफ यू लूज योर जॉब टुडे? आज आप कंपनी की जॉब छोड़ देते हो, या आप छोड़ते नहीं हो, अगर आप स्विच कर लेते हो फ्रॉम वन कंपनी टू अनदर कंपनी, विद दैट इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसी बी एक्टिव? क्या वो हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस रहेगा? और हेल्थ में क्या होता है कि whenever you take a policy, there are some diseases which are covered at the end of 2 years or 3 years. There is a waiting period. तो आज मैं स्वस्थ हूँ और आज में पॉलिसी नहीं है, और 2 साल बाद अगर मैं प्लान करता हूँ और तब मुझे कुछ हो जाता है, तो what is the purpose of taking a policy at that particular time? I'm avoiding the premium for 2 years or 3 years, but I will be paying more afterwards. So it is not a wise, sensible decision that we were talking about. So how should one invest for retirement? अगर ये लोगों से पूछा गया तो उन्होंने क्या कहा? 41% feel one should start planning with other financial responsibilities. 38% think it should be the first thing to be planned as one starts earning, and 18% think retirement planning can happen after other financial responsibilities have been taken care of. तो सबसे पहली चीज ये होती है कि हमारी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज को हम पूरा कर लें, दूसरा उसके बाद हम प्लान करेंगे, ठीक है. Okay, now how are people investing? Okay, now we are taking a practical look on the investment side, as we'll be discussing both on insurance and investment now. So 23% of the respondents said that they do not have enough thought about retirement planning. So what is the right age to start planning? So these questions can come to everyone mind sitting attending this webinar, कि क्या सही एज होती है? So if someone asks me what is the right age to start planning, I would not give a number 21, 25, 30. I would say as early as possible. जितनी जल्दी आप, I had given you an example of Warren Buffett. He started 13. तो जब बच्चा 8th 10th क्लास में होता है, 11th में होता है, he start getting pocket money. I think this is the right age to start planning, to start investing. You invest 500 rupees per month. आप वहां से ही स्टार्ट कर सकते हो. So 24% feel that below 35 is the right age. 21% think that 35 to 50. 6% believe that 51 to 60. 26% after retirement, and 19% are not sure about it. Now you have to put yourself in this particular category कि आप कौन से परसेंटाइज में फॉलो हो रहे हैं, आपका थॉट प्रोसेस कितना मैच हो रहा है इन लोगों से. Okay. Now what were the triggers for investing? अगर किसी ने स्टार्ट भी कर दिया है तो उसके पीछे क्या कारण थे? तो there were some of the reasons why people invest. So pushed by family बोलती है थोड़ा सेव करो. आपके पेरेंट्स आपको बोलते हैं अब तू कमाने लग गया है, चल तू थोड़ा पैसा लगा, एफडी कर ले इसकी, या म्यूचुअल फंड कर ले, या सिप कर ले. Okay. Then on realizing health issues, जब हमको health issues आने लगते हैं तो हमको लगता है कि हाँ, it is important to save. Due to uncertainty, motivated on seeing friends and colleagues. यार फ्रेंड आके बताते हैं यार मैंने ये पैसे लगाए थे, इतना हो गया, उसको देख के हम मोटिवेट होते हैं, हाँ यार ये तो अच्छी टेक्निक है, ये तो अच्छा तरीका है पैसा कमाने. Recommended by a financial advisor. You have people like me or Saket who is doing such kind of thing where you are getting some education and you are getting educated. After reading about huge expenses, financial commitments taken care of, diagnosis of chronic ailment. कई बार वो होता है ना कि आग लगने के बाद कुआं खोदते हैं लोग, तो वो चीजें होती है. Pandemic, because of COVID, people have understood this thing. Rising cost of living. So these are some of the reasons why people have started investing. Now we talk about where are we putting our money and what are the best investment products for retirement. So this is a survey. This is not what I have designed, but this is a survey which has been done by Economic Times. And as per the survey, 67% people think that life insurance product is the best product to invest in, which I also can resonate to, because you should always have a term plan, because term plan is the only product, financial product, which can give you a good amount of risk cover with a small amount of premium. Then you should go for your traditional insurances. Then 41% feel that bank FDs and RDs are good because they are secured. Real estate, physical gold, 25% feel that mutual funds are important, are good. NPS, people have started understanding NPS now, EPF stocks, PPF. So PPF have been a very good investment product over the years, but in today's terms, I doubt it. 35% of the respondents have not invested in any financial product for retirement. So ये जो 35% है ना, हमें इस कैटेगरी में नहीं आना है कि हम कहीं इन्वेस्ट कर ही नहीं रहे. Okay, so high equity exposure is good for long-term goals. So how much is your equity exposure for long-term goals? So equity में आप कितना invest कर सकते हो? So I will give you a rule here. Rule is 100 minus your age. I repeat, 100 minus age is the rule to set the percentage of investment for equity. That means if I'm 35 years of age, then I can put 60% of my investable funds into equity schemes. मतलब अगर मुझे शेयर मार्केट या म्यूचुअल फंड में पैसे लगाने हैं, and if I want to invest 1 lakh, then out of 1 lakh, the total amount that I have for investment, I should invest only 65% in equity schemes. 35% should be in debt or fixed interest bearing securities. Then be financially prepared for unforeseen events. Which are the following do you have in place? तो आपके पास क्या इन प्रोडक्ट में से क्या क्या चीजें हैं? First thing is life cover. So only 60% had this thing in their umbrella of investments. So at least 8 to 10 times of higher income or higher. Okay. Health insurance, 75 people are having. So still there are 30% people who are not having an health insurance. And the minimum amount people are taking is 5 lakhs or more. Then emergency fund, 72 people are having it. That is a good percentage, at least of 6 months of their expenses. And critical illness cover. Critical illness covers your cancer, your high blood pressure, or disease like this, which are not curable. So these are only 30% people are having this kind of cover for critical illness. And 5% are those unfortunate people who are not having any of these financial products. Okay, so I'm just I've stopped the screen sharing for the timing, Anirudh, and
Yes, sir.
I would like to have a feedback here. Okay, how the session has been so far, and I hope people are enjoying it. And now I'll be starting my Excel, and I'll be showing some calculations over there.
Yes,
So.
sir.
Okay, so let us have a break here and let us just go to the YouTube, and I'll show you that video of Come Insurance Lene Ki Bimari, so that everyone is refreshed, because from last 2 hours they are listening to me and we are getting serious also about things. So लोगों को
Yes,
इतना
sir.
serious होना पसंद नहीं है, थोड़ा सा हम उनको divert करते हैं. And let me just share my screen again. Even I was not aware of all these things before I started doing this course. And once I started this, I came to lot about things. और वहां से मैंने सोच लिया कि मैं जितने लोगों को educate कर सकता हूँ, I will try my best. And I'm happy that I am here with you all to do this.
We are also privileged, sir.
Thank you. So yeah, this is the video. And I hope the screen is visible. Anirudh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It is visible.
Can you hear the sound also? Is the sound coming?
Yes, sir.
So it is a small ad which tells us कि कभी भी uncertainty हो सकती है. आप लिफ्ट में हो, लिफ्ट बंद हो गई अचानक से, और आप you are not getting oxygen और वहीं खत्म हो गए, तो फैमिली का क्या होगा? तो आपने इंश्योरेंस लिया है क्या? तो अदर पर्सन से हाँ मैंने लिया है. कितने का लिया है? 4 लाख का. 2 लाख, 4 लाख, 5 लाख, 10 लाख. ठीक है, क्या वो 2 लाख, 4 लाख, 5 लाख, 10 लाख आपकी फैमिली को जब मिलेगा तो would it be sufficient? ठीक है, तो इसी के लिए now we are doing, I am going to share with you how you can find out the right amount of insurance that you buy. ठीक है, और उसी के लिए हम जाएंगे. You can use any of the platform, but I find SBI वाला मेरे को ठीक लगता है, तो उसका हम चेक कर सकते हैं. Human life value. You just have to write on Google human life value calculator, and you will see that all the insurance companies are providing this. You can have HDFC also, ICICI Pru also, SBI Life also, and it is a very interesting exercise that everyone should do. ठीक है, तो आज जैसे ही सेशन कंप्लीट हो, आज आप ये करके देखना और आपको मजा आएगा. सो ह्यूमन लाइफ कैलकुलेटर. ह्यूमन लाइफ को समझ लेते हैं कि होता क्या है, देन वी विल कैलकुलेट द थिंग्स. फर्स्ट वी शुड अंडरस्टैंड द कांसेप्ट ऑफ ह्यूमन लाइफ. So it is a valuable tool that helps you gauge the financial obligation your family would face in your absence. मतलब अगर आप नहीं हैं तो पीछे से क्या प्रॉब्लम आने वाली है आपकी फैमिलीज को, क्या फाइनेंशियल ऑब्लिगेशन उनके सामने आएगी, वो आपको ये बताता है. Adequate insurance cover is vital as it cannot be left to chance, especially when it concerns your family. It is essential to make sure that you don't leave behind any financial liabilities for your family. So if you have any EMI, if you have any loan, तो ये सब चीजें आपके फैमिली को नहीं फॉलो करनी पड़े, तो वो चीज आपको ये बताता है, कोई ऑब्लिगेशन ना हो. This calculator can help you determine the estimated protection cover that you need to secure the future of your loved ones. कि कितना प्रोटेक्शन कवर आपके पास होना चाहिए कि आपके जाने के बाद आपके loved ones को उतना अमाउंट मिल जाए जिससे उनकी लाइफ आगे इजीली चल जाए. Let it be your first step in beginning in addressing your life protection requirements effectively. Don't wait until it's too late. Click to calculate. So I'm just clicking here, and it's very simple and easy thing to do, and interesting one also. Okay. So it's asking for my name and my date of birth. So I'm just putting my name and my date of birth. So my age is 35. It's already calculated, and I'm a male person. And let us move ahead to the next step. Then it's asking me about my monthly income. So here I'm taking an estimate of 1 lakh rupees. Suppose someone is earning 1 lakh rupees per month, and the household expenses are near about 55,000 we are taking. Liabilities, I don't have any liability assets, so I'm putting a zero amount. If you have any loans, you can put I'm married. So see how interestingly things are coming up. So that's why I like this. With animation, everything is coming. My spouse is earning. Okay, let us take an example of not earning for the timing. And I'm currently not insured. So you can see that your human life value is 1 crore 44 lakhs. And how this calculation is being done, that your monthly income is 1 lakh rupees, your expenditure is 55,000. So based on your income and your age, they calculate what is the life cover that you should have. मतलब अगर कोई 1 लाख रुपए महीना कमा रहा है तो that means he is earning 12 lakh rupees an annum. And if you take that for 20 years, so it becomes 2 crore something like that. So expenses minus करने का जो भी आपकी savings होती थी वो saving at least आपकी protect होनी चाहिए if you are not no more. So this tells you that you should have a life cover of 1 crore 44 lakhs. Now my question to you all is, case I have taken an example of only 1 lakh and 55,000 expense. If someone is earning 5 lakh rupees a month or 2 lakh rupees a month, ठीक है, तो क्या वो 1 करोड़ का इंश्योरेंस हम लोग लेते हैं? Do we have such kind of insurance or we do not have? So that is the first thing that you should look at. Okay, what is your human life value? And whatever is the human life value, we should first try to secure that amount. And how you can secure that amount? You can simply buy a term insurance. 1 crore का insurance ले लिया. That means अगर if I'm not there, my family will get 1 crore at least. Yeah. So Anirudh says that his is 12 crore 20 lakhs or 1 crore 22 lakhs. 1 crore 22 lakhs he is getting. So similarly, you can calculate your human life value, and you can use any of the websites, any of the agents, insurance company website, and you can calculate this. Even this can be calculated in Excel also. Now I'm showing you some basic finance rules which you should follow, or you can. Okay. So I hope my screen is visible to you all. And it says 50-30-20 rule of budgeting. So is anyone aware about this rule? Anirudh, आपको पता है ये rule? No. Okay. So let me explain this rule first, and then I'll guide you through this illustration. So it says that if your earnings are 100 rupees, my earning is 100. Then the question which is there in everyone's mind is, yeah, those persons who have started their job recently, तो वो बोलते हैं कि सर हम 100 रुपए कमाते हैं या 1 लाख रुपए कमाते हैं, इसको खर्च कैसे करें? How we should manage our finances? If you are giving us a financial plan, if you're talking about financial planning, just give me this also, okay, what we should do with this amount that we are having with us. तो क्या करना चाहिए? तो ये रूल ये बोलता है कि जो भी आप अर्न कर रहे हैं उसका 50% of your earnings you should keep for spending. ठीक है, मतलब आपकी जो नीड्स है ना, स्पेंड्स में हम नीड्स की बात कर रहे हैं. It is a thumb rule. The percentage can be increased or decreased as per one's requirement. Then 30% of your earning you should keep towards your wants. हमने needs और wants की बात करी थी in the beginning. 30% you should keep for wants. That means your maybe travel or shopping. And whatever is remaining, जो बच गया है हमारे पास, that is only 20%. 20% we should save, and saving means we should invest. ठीक है, तो ये 50-30-20 का थंब रूल है कि जो भी हमारा अर्निंग्स है उसका 50% आप अपने लिए रख लो खर्च करने के लिए, आपकी ईएमआई की तरफ चले जाएगा, आपके हाउस होल्ड एक्सपेंसेस की तरफ चले जाएगा. 30% हमने आपको और क्वेश्चन दिया है कि यू कैन स्पेंड दैट मनी, एंड वी आर जस्ट आस्किंग यू टू सेव एंड इन्वेस्ट just 20%. You should save and invest 20%. Okay, so now I'm taking an example of a person who is earning 50,000 a month. ठीक है, और 2021 तो is going to end. हमने 2022 से start किया, January to December we are taking 12 months का period. So suppose next month से your salary is going to start and you are going to quite employed and you will be earning 50,000 per month. ठीक है, so how this Excel sheet works and how this formula works, that we are going to look at. I will be earning 6 lakh rupees, 50,000 से 12 months का 6 lakh आएगा, उसका 50,000 is my monthly earning. तो needs के लिए हमने कितना बोला, 50%. That means whatever you are earning उसका 50% you are keeping for the needs. तो 25,000 मेरा वहां चला गया. Then whatever I'm earning उसका 30% I'm keeping towards my wants. 30% I'm keeping towards my wants. So 15,000 मेरा 50,000 का वहां चला गया. That means I'm done away with 40,000 rupees. तो अब मेरे पास क्या बचता है, 10,000 रुपए, जिसको मैं इन्वेस्ट करूंगा. ठीक है, so 10,000 if you calculate is 20% of 50,000. ये 20% है हमारा 50,000 रुपए का. And I'm keeping an assumption that my salary will increase by 10% every year. तो मैं 10% का इंक्रीमेंट मान के चल रहा हूँ कि जो भी मेरी अर्निंग होगी, ठीक है, अगर यहाँ पे प्रैक्टिस वाले लोग बैठे हैं तो whatever they are earning, 10% I am taking incremental growth in my earnings every year. So that means I'm earning today 6 lakhs, so tomorrow it will become 6 lakh 60, then 726, then so on and so forth, and I'm taking a horizon of 10 years. तो 10 साल बाद आज जो मैं 6 लाख कमा रहा हूँ, 10% ग्रोथ से it will double. तो आज से 10 साल बाद I will be earning 12,86,000. ठीक है, तो monthly what I am saving 10,000 today on a monthly basis, in 10 years time that will grow to 43,949 rupees. So almost 4 times my savings will increase. So in 10 years on a monthly basis I will be saving 2,48,000. Now we will see कि how this saving will turn in 10 years. आज जो मैं पैसा बचा रहा हूँ 10,000 रुपए महीना, I'm just saving and investing. Now where I'm investing and what I'm earning, that I'm not looking at, but this is the basic thing that we have discussed so far. Now so every what we are seeing here is in the last column is every year you are having an increment of 10% in your savings, so your earnings, your investment should also increase in that proportion. आप खर्चा मत बढ़ाओ, आपकी अर्निंग बढ़ेगी तो आप खर्चे भी बढ़ाएंगे, लेकिन आपका इन्वेस्टमेंट भी उसी प्रोपोर्शन में बढ़ना चाहिए. So every year 10% I've increased my investment also. ठीक है, हमारा जो इंक्रीमेंट हुआ, इंक्रीमेंटल सैलरी को हमने डिस्ट्रीब्यूट किया. हमारे इन्वेस्टमेंट्स जो हम कर रहे हैं वो इंक्रीमेंटल सैलरी के बेसिस पे कर रहे हैं. ठीक है, आई एम नॉट टेकिंग द बेस सैलरी बट इंक्रीमेंटल सैलरी. So in 10 years time I'm investing so much. Now what will happen? First I'll come to the last sheet. I am just taking a return percentage of approximately 10% return. So if you keep your money invested for 10 years, you are at age 30, so when you become 40, so what will happen if you are just getting a return of 10%? So you will be investing this much. Where we have got this from? यहाँ से हमारे को ये अमाउंट मिला है, तो हमने 10 साल में हर महीना 2,48,000 इन्वेस्ट किया. तो when you multiply with this by 10, ठीक है, by 12, every year we are investing for 10 years और every month we are investing, तो 12 महीने से हमने मल्टीप्लाई कर दिया. So we are investing 29,81,000 in 10 years. That will grow to 45 lakhs in 10 years if our returns are earning 10%. ठीक है, तो वो एक शीट है जो हमने कैलकुलेशंस हैं दैट आई हैव हिडन फॉर द टाइमिंग, आपको समझाने के लिए बस ये शीट बनाई थी कि यहाँ पर अगर आप 10% की ग्रोथ लेके चलते हैं तो आप फ्यूचर वैल्यू निकाल सकते हैं आपके इन्वेस्टमेंट का कितना होगा. इन 2040 if you are investing for 20 years then your value will be 1,22,25,000. It will increase to 3 crores in the year 70. मतलब if you keep invested for 40 years it will increase to 8 crores. और अगर आप 80 years तक invested रहते हैं तो आपका जो वैल्यू है वो हो जाएगा 24 crore 25,30,000. मतलब यहाँ पे आप ग्रोथ देख रहे हैं, it will be 151%, then 410%, 1,000%, 3,000% and 8,000%. Why is it so? ये सब calculations, it's all maths. ठीक है, एक्सेल में क्या है हमने सब कुछ, एवरीथिंग इज कैलकुलेटेड. इज इट अ रियलिस्टिक एस्टिमेट? आपको लगता है कि ऐसा हो जाएगा? और ऐसा क्यों हो पा रहा है? रादर इफ आई आस्क यू व्हाई, हाउ इट इज looking like this? Because of only one factor of investing. 50-30 rule, okay, that is there. बट एक चीज जो जरूरी है ये फिगर्स तक पहुंचने के लिए, वो क्या है? Can anyone help me in the chat box? What is the one thing that is required to reach to this level of investment amount? Yes, it is the basic principle that we have learned from our beginning, जो हमें अकाउंट्स में सिखाया जाता था, कंसिस्टेंसी, रेगुलर इन्वेस्टमेंट. ठीक है, I'll give you one more example. यहाँ पे हम कंसिस्टेंसी, मतलब अगर आपने कंसिस्टेंटली हर साल इन्वेस्टेड रखा रहा आपका पैसा तो आपकी इतनी वेल्थ बनेगी. बट क्या आपको लगता है कि ये लोगों की इतनी वेल्थ हो जाती है? People invest, people are disciplined in investing their money. They are not. So I'm sharing one more screen with you and I'm just showing you a real example of one fund which has given returns in 25 years. And this is because of disciplined investment and the power of compounding. Both combined together will help you in earning this kind of returns. Okay, so I've opened the money control site and this is one mutual fund, Nippon India Growth Fund. The NAV of this fund, NAV is net asset value. ठीक है, एक यूनिट की जो कीमत है वो 2,056 रुपए है. It has a fund size of 11,573 crore rupees and expense ratio. This is all okay. What I want you to see is that okay, this fund had come in the year 95, October 95, and it is saying that 10,000 invested on. आपने अगर year 95 में 10,000 रुपए इस फंड में अगर इन्वेस्ट किए होते किसी ने, only 10,000 rupees, and he would not have taken that amount out of that investment, तो आज उसकी वैल्यू क्या होती? Anirudh, can you read out this figure? Or anyone from the audience?
So 20 lakhs 56,159.
हाँ 20,56,159 आउट ऑफ 10,000 ओनली।
1000.
तो इसका मतलब ये कितना रिटर्न अर्न किया है उसने?
20,461% रिटर्न.
20,461 टाइम्स रिटर्न, ठीक है। और अगर हम एनुअलाइज रिटर्न की बात करें, मतलब CAGR की बात करें, तो इट इज 22%। 22%। एवरेज कैटेगरी ऑफ रिटर्न्स जो इस कैटेगरी में आ रहे हैं वो 19% आ रहे हैं, बट दिस फंड हैज गिवन 22% ऑफ रिटर्न। सो व्हाट आई मीन टू से इज दैट अगर आप इसके 5 साल के रिटर्न भी देख लो, मतलब इफ समवन हैड इन्वेस्टेड इन 2016 तो उसका भी 144% का एब्सोल्यूट रिटर्न हो जाता है। 10,000 मतलब 24,000 रुपए में कन्वर्ट हो जाते हैं, मतलब 5 इयर्स में आपका पैसा डबल हो रहा है। There is one formula through which you can calculate what times it takes to double your returns. I'll show you that also. So this formula is called as the rule of 72. वो ये बोलता है कि रूल ऑफ 72 ये बोलता है कि whatever returns you are getting, ठीक है, मतलब ROI जो है आपका रिटर्न ऑन इन्वेस्टमेंट, वो परसेंटेज सपोज आई एम टेकिंग 7%, इफ पीपल आर इन्वेस्टिंग इन PPF तो उसका रिटर्न क्या आता है? 7% फिक्स रिटर्न मिलता है। तो अगर मैंने आज PPF में 1 लाख रुपए डाले हैं और वो मुझे 7% रिटर्न दे रहा है, कितने सालों में ये 2 लाख बन जाएगा? कैन एनीवन आंसर दिस क्वेश्चन? Amount invested today at the rate of 7%. When will it double? आज से कितने साल बाद? तो इसका सिंपल सा कैलकुलेशन है 72 डिवाइड बाय रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट, दैट इज 7%. This will give you the number of years the money will get doubled into. That means 10.2 आ रहा है, तो 10 साल में अपन आप वैसा डबल होगा अगर वो 7% की रफ्तार से बढ़ रहा है। तो अगर मैं यहीं पर ही अगर आप ऐसे प्रोडक्ट में इन्वेस्ट कर रहे हैं which is giving you 10% return, so your money would get doubled in 7 years. If you are investing your money which is giving you 12% return, then it will double in 6 years. And अगर आपके पास कोई ऐसा इंस्ट्रूमेंट मिल जाता है जो आपको 15% का ब्याज देते, which is a very good percentage of return, then your money can double in 5 years. So this is simple calculation, nothing else. So whenever you are investing for long term means 5 more than 10 years or so, तो आपको risky products में जाना चाहिए which can give you good returns. If you are investing for short term, then definitely you should invest in secured products because your goal is nearer or you do not have the risk appetite. कि आपको पैसा अगर कम होगा तो आपको नुकसान हो जाएगा, then definitely you should invest in FDs. But whenever you are investing for long term and you do not have any obligations and you do not want the money in a shorter period of time, then definitely you should look for investing in those products which will give you that kind of returns. And generally whenever I talk to people and whenever we are talking about investing in any government like in any product which is risky like stock market or mutual fund, तो लोग बोलते हैं यार ये तो सिक्योर्ड नहीं है, इसमें रिटर्न नहीं मिल रहा है, ये तो आप सब पॉजिटिव चीजें बता रहे हैं, ठीक है। तो I would like to show you how the NAV fluctuate in the mutual funds, ठीक है। तो NAV कैसे गिरती बढ़ती है, कैसे होता है, वो थोड़ा सा हम देख लेते हैं ताकि you get an idea about how like where you are putting your money and what risk it is having. So I'll just show you the NAV chart. Okay, so we have on screen the historical data of this fund, and there are so many entries. I'm just looking for the chart to load. अगर ये हो जाता है तो ठीक है, फिर भी हम I'll just show you what I have just. It is running into 247 pages. So 95 this fund had started. Let me just zoom in a little bit. So Anirudh, ये fund जो आया है mutual fund always have a new scheme. Whenever there is a new scheme, it is always start with 10 rupees NAV. And based on the performance of the market, वो NAV बढ़ता रहता है. तो 95 में when the firm started in October, तो 10 rupees NAV था. फिर market बढ़ा 96 में NAV in 1 year, ठीक है, October 96 में आप देखेंगे, I'm just अगर हम अक्टूबर 96 की बात करें तो एक साल में जो NAV हुआ है इसका, so it is showing me daily NAVs, so that why there are so many
entries.
हाँ, हर दिन की दिखा रहा है वो. Yes, तो एक महीने में NAV जो थी अक्टूबर 95 में लॉन्च हुआ, अक्टूबर 96 में 9.44 थी, मतलब नेगेटिव रिटर्न दिए इसने पहले साल.
नेगेटिव रिटर्न्स दिए पहले साल.
आपने देखे थे तो NAVs 10 रुपीस से ऊपर भी हुई, फिर वापस फॉल हुई. ठीक है, इफ यू सी इन द ईयर 97 फिर ये वापस पॉजिटिव हुआ. ठीक है, 97 में 11 रुपए की NAV आई. ठीक है, फिर हम बात करें 98 99 की, तो आई एम जस्ट फ्लिपिंग ओवर दीस पेजेस, आपको सिर्फ नंबर्स देखने हैं सबको. तो इट हैज बिकम 15 रुपीस NAV एट 99 ईयर 99. ठीक है, फिर हम 2000 की बात करें तो वही 25 रुपीस भी वापस फॉल हो गई. ठीक है, एंड यू हैव सीन 19 रुपीस भी आ गई है 2001 में. ठीक है, see, this is what I wanted to show. This is the NAV chart. ठीक है, ये आई थिंक बेटर रिप्रेजेंटेशन देगा जो मैं समझाना चाह रहा हूँ, उसको आप इजीली समझ पाएंगे. So this is of 1 month of 1 year basically. ठीक है, हम इसी से देख लेते हैं. We are this is showing of November 22 2054 इसका NAV है. अगर हम थोड़ा सा पीछे जाते हैं, यहाँ पर आप देखेंगे नवंबर 26 में 26 it has fallen to 2000. अभी मार्केट्स आर फॉलिंग. 1900 हुआ, फिर बढ़ा, फिर डिप आया, दिसंबर में 94 हो गया. ठीक है, एंड इट हैज अगेन बिकम 2000. So you see the pattern of how the NAV is flowing. Sometimes it is like 2054 ये 70-85 भी गया है, मतलब 2000 रुपए की चीज 85 रुपीज भी बढ़ गई, और ये कम होके as low as 95 भी गई है. But if you see overall, तो ओवरऑल में क्या होता है कि एवरी टाइम व्हेन द मार्केट इज इंप्रूविंग द NAVs आर रीचिंग टॉप हाई. तो जो आपने यूनिट सस्ते में खरीद ली है वो उसकी वैल्यू आपकी बहुत ज्यादा बढ़ जाती है, एंड यू गेट एक्सपोनेंशियल ग्रोथ, एंड दैट इज द पावर ऑफ कंपाउंडिंग दैट यू गेट, एंड लॉ ऑफ एवरेजिंग जिसे बोलते हैं. So that is why it is always suggested that whenever you are putting your money in mutual funds, SIP is the best way to invest. So many people who are investing in SIP, they are doing it. They must be knowing कि हाँ उनकी values fluctuate होती है, लेकिन हाँ you get good returns into it. But जो लोग इस डर से नहीं करते हैं कि हमारी वैल्यू टूट जाएगी, उनको ये डर निकालना पड़ेगा, because your money will not grow at that speed if you do not invest. Because of fear of losing money. नुकसान कब होता है, ये लॉस कब होता है, whenever we are investing for a short term and we are investing in a product which is for long term. तो वही मिसमैच हो गया. अगर आप शॉर्ट टर्म के लिए इन्वेस्ट कर रहे हैं तो शॉर्ट टर्म वाला प्रोडक्ट सेलेक्ट करेंगे, अगर आप लॉन्ग टर्म के लिए इन्वेस्ट कर रहे हैं तो लॉन्ग टर्म वाला प्रोडक्ट सेलेक्ट करेंगे. सो यू शुड नो योर रिस्क एपेटाइट ऑल्सो. You should know your time horizon also, and then you should take a decision ki which product is suitable for me, and then only you should invest accordingly. ऐसा है. तो कमिंग बैक टू 50-30-20 प्रिंसिपल जो मैंने बताया, तो अगर कोई इसको कंसिस्टेंटली फॉलो करेगा and every month you start investing, then you can be sure of these kind of return, and we are just taking a return of 10%. हम इस 10% को अगर कम कर देते हैं और 9% कर देते हैं तो भी रिटर्न्स मतलब बुरे नहीं, ठीक है, तो भी आपको अच्छे रिटर्न्स ही मिल रहे हैं. बट इफ यू आर स्टक समवेयर इन एफडीज जो 5% रिटर्न देती है, then you can see the difference. Let me just show you the difference. ठीक है, पहले हम लोग 10% पे थे तो हमारा जो वैल्यू आ रहा था वो 24 करोड़ आ रहा था. ठीक है, विल नॉट लुक एट, हम यहीं तक ही रुक जाते हैं. तो मेरा अमाउंट जो आ रहा है इफ आई डिवाइडेड बाय 1, so my 9 lakh rupees has become 33 crore rupees. 33 crores when I
It is 3 crore. Sir, 33 million है.
हाँ, बिलियन. ओके, सो इट इज 3 crores. ठीक है, बट इफ यू आर इन्वेस्टिंग एट 5%, तो अभी देखो उसकी वैल्यू कितनी हो गई है, नॉट इवन अ सिंगल करोड़, 98 लाख रुपीस आ रहे हैं अभी.
Yes sir.
सो दिस इज हाउ यू इरोड योर वेल्थ. मतलब इस तरीके से आपकी वेल्थ इरोड होती है अगर आप सही जगह सही टाइम पे इन्वेस्टमेंट सही प्रोडक्ट में नहीं करते हैं. तो दिस इज जस्ट अ कैलकुलेशन. और यहाँ पे ये जो शीट हमने बनाई है इसको आप यूज कर सकते हैं एज अ प्लानर, एज अ बजटिंग शीट. सो वॉट एवर मंथली अर्निंग्स यू आर डूइंग, सपोज हम लोग 50,000 रुपए कमा रहे थे, उसमें से मैंने नीड्स वाउंट्स को सेग्रीगेट कर दिया है. तो नीड्स आर 30% जो हम एक्सपेंडिचर कर रहे हैं नीड्स, एंड वांट्स वी आर गिविंग 20%. सॉरी, 50 नीड था और 30 वांट्स था. आई एम जस्ट करेक्टिंग माय सेल्फ. And 20% is your investment. So this sheet I'll share with everyone in the webinar. ठीक है, I'll share with Anirudh and he can pass it on. तो नीड्स जो है उसको भी आप सेग्रीगेट कर सकते हैं कि जो हमारा 25,000 रुपए की खर्चा है वो हम कैसे करेंगे. तो हाउ मच विल गो इनटू रेंट और ईएमआईज और फूड, इलेक्ट्रिसिटी, मोबाइल, क्लोथ्स, ट्रांसपोर्ट, इंटरनेट एंड टोटल. देन यू कैन सी के एम आई रनिंग ओवर बजट और अंडर बजट. तो अगर मैं खर्चा किसी महीने में ज्यादा कर लेता हूँ, सपोज मैंने शॉपिंग ज्यादा कर ली, तो मेरा बजट था 25,000 रुपए का और यहाँ पे मेरा टोटल एक्सपेंडिचर आ गया 19,000. मतलब आई एम अंडर बजट हूँ, मतलब मेरे पास ज्यादा पैसे बच गए, मैंने बचा लिए. तो वहां से नीड से हम कहाँ स्विच हो सकते हैं, वांट्स पे और सेविंग्स पे. बट सपोज अगर आपने कहीं ज्यादा खर्चा कर दिया है, ठीक है, तो 25,000 थे, मैंने फूड में 6,000 सोचा था, लेकिन ज्यादा खर्चा हो गया, कोई पार्टी चले गई या कुछ भी ऐसा हो गया, तो आपका ज्यादा एक्सपेंडिचर हो गया. दैट मींस यू आर नॉट हैविंग एनीथिंग आउट ऑफ दिस बकेट. 30% जो हमारा था वो पूरा हमने यूज में कर लिया है, 50%. देन सिमिलरली व्हेन यू कम टू वांट्स, तो वांट्स में क्या होता है कि हम कार बाइक के लिए प्लान करते हैं या फोन के लिए करते हैं या वेकेशन के लिए करते हैं. तो दिस इज लाइक योर मंथली अमाउंट दैट यू आर स्पेंडिंग टुवर्ड्स योर वांट. और आप देखेंगे कि 16,000 का हमारे पास 30% का ब्रैकेट है और हमने अगर 19,500 खर्च कर लिया तो वी आर ओवर बजट. 3,000 हम ज्यादा खर्च कर रहे हैं और यहाँ पे हम अंडर बजट है, मतलब हम 9,000 सेव कर रहे हैं. तो वॉट एवर यू आर सेविंग फ्रॉम दीज ब्रैकेट 50 एंड 30, यू कैन पुट हियर इन 20%. तो जो आपका 10,000 रुपए का अमाउंट था उसमें आप वो एक्सेस ऐड करके यहाँ पे आप बाइफरकेट कर सकते हैं. एंड यू कैन फाइंड आउट कि मंथली कितना मैं पीपीएफ में डालूंगा, इंश्योरेंस में डालूंगा, इमरजेंसी के लिए रखूंगा, एफडी, एमएफ, स्टॉक. सो यू शुड हैव एसेट एलोकेशन. This sheet is talking about asset allocation. Asset allocation is nothing but not putting all your eggs into one basket. मतलब आपका सारा इन्वेस्टमेंट एक ही व्हीकल में नहीं है, अलग अलग जगह आपने इन्वेस्ट कर रखा है ताकि आपको रिटर्न्स भी अच्छे मिल जाए और कुछ अमाउंट आपका सिक्योर्ड भी हो. एंड सिमिलरली यू कैन फाइंड आउट कि किस मंथ में आपका इन्वेस्टमेंट कितना हो रहा है या कितना आप कम कर पा रहे हैं, and you can keep a track of your investment with this particular sheet. Okay, now I'm open to any question answer session, like if any of the participant want to ask any question, or you want to discuss anything, we can keep it open for people to talk.
So if anyone have any doubts, personal doubts regarding their investments or regarding any of the rules which sir has discussed today, they can put up their questions in the chat box and we can take them one by one. Anyone, please?
Okay, it's a Sunday.
Yes, sir.
People are in a relaxed mood. Okay, no issues. I will just discuss
Yes.
one case study.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
There is a question from Yogesh Sohani ji.
Okay.
Whether we should prefer health insurance or normal insurance.
Okay. So very nice question put up by Yogesh. And let me answer this by taking. Okay, so Yogesh is asking, should we go for a health insurance or normal insurance?
Yes, sir.
So basically, both are two different things. Health cover, you are by buying a health insurance, you are securing your health. So if you fell ill, and if you are in any way getting admitted to hospital, you are taking your health insurance is taking care of your medical bills,
Expenses.
medical expenses, right? So today I'm healthy, but कल अगर मुझे pneumonia हो जाता है या कुछ भी हो जाता है, and if I'm admitted to hospital, whatever I will be spending on my hospital, my health policy will take care of that amount. ठीक है? तो generally ये देखा गया है कि when people buy health insurance for the first 2-3 years, they do not get any claim. But we should understand that health insurance policy is not a return on investment policy. मतलब आप जो भी प्रीमियम पे करते हैं, I had taken a health insurance 3 years back of 5 lakh rupees, and I'm paying a premium of 13,000, 12,000, 13,000 every year. On the last 3 years, I did not fell ill. ठीक है, इसका मतलब क्या हुआ कि हमारी 12,000 की अगर प्रीमियम जा रही थी तो 36,000 आई हैव इन्वेस्टेड, माई हैव वेस्टेड. अगर सोचे तो है ना, आई हैव नॉट अर्न एनीथिंग आउट ऑफ दैट 36,000 का इन्वेस्टमेंट.
Right. Yeah.
But I have taken a rebate in 80D section. That means I have saved some tax out of it, if I look at that point of view. And secondly, I have completed 3 years in that policy. That means कि 3 साल में जो मेरी बीमारियां का waiting period था वो over हो चुका है. Now today, if something happens to me, if some disease happens to me, my health cover will cover that policy. My policy will cover that disease.
Okay.
So my waiting period is over.
So I should continue to that health insurance.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
And health insurance is protecting you and your wife and your kids.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
You are paying the money for 3 people and you are enjoying the benefit. So it is always good to have a continue your policy. Because if you discontinue today and if you want to buy it after 2 years, then two things would happen. The premium would increase and maybe
Some
you're not
diseases may not be covered, right?
Yes.
Period will be right.
Definitely.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, thank you. And nowadays, I would like to add one thing here, that when we are buying term insurance, so many companies are providing very good term insurance policies wherein you get you get to cover your disabilities also. Like someone term insurance में क्या होता है कि we get the payment only when we are not there, when we lose our life. But some companies are offering you products wherein if you get permanently disabled, suppose you meet with an accident and you are surviving, but you lose your vision, you lose your hands, or you lose your legs, and you're not able to work, travel to work, and you're not in a capacity to work and earn. Then in that case also, insurance company give you the sum assured, and they give you some consistent payout so that your family does not suffer any financial loss because of this casualty. So buying a plain term insurance, I would prefer that you should spend some amount towards buying some critical cover also for critical illnesses like cancer cover or maybe disability insurance like that.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, so let me just share my screen again, and I wanted to cover a case study with everyone. So I'm just opening that.
I can learn to understand you much.
Okay, I hope my screen is visible.
Yes, sir. It is visible.
Okay. So everyone pay attention to this case study. Raise retirement goals to match your current expenses. So Rajat Arora is saving for a car, his son's education, retirement. Here was the doctor has advised. So this is how the planning should be done. This is just a case study which are taken from EDWell. So down payment for car. So suppose if you are if you are planning for a car, these are the goals. This is a real life case study which I'm taking, which will help you in understanding the process. So down payment you have to do for 5 years. You're planning a car in 5 years. So present cost of the car is suppose 5 lakhs. So in 5 years, it taking an inflation of 7%, it will increase to 6.7 lakh rupees in future. You're planning for your child education in 20 years. Present cost is 30 lakhs, which will increase to 2 crores in 20 years. Then retirement, you are looking to have a corpus of 1.5 crores. That means 60,000 a month is what your expense is at today. So in 28 years, that amount will grow to 7.7 crore. So that means after 28 years, you will require at least 7.7 crore of corpus so that you can meet out 60,000 of monthly expenses at that particular time after 20 years. Now, how your investment, how he has done the investments, he has mostly done his investment into mutual fund through SIP. So first we'll read out the portfolio checkup and then we'll go to the schemes and all this amount calculations. So portfolio checkup, investing in mix of equity and hybrid funds for past 3 to 4 years. Funds are good, but some need changes. Okay. At least 50% allocation to equities be ready for volatile returns. Retirement goal of 30,000 per month is quite low. Must hike to 60,000. Early start will help reach all key goals easily with small amount and hike in SIP. So these are the portfolio check that the manager has done, the advisor has done, and he is given. Now, this is the portfolio that he is already having. So he is having a monthly SIP of 48,000, as you can see. Okay, and not SIP but monthly investments that he is doing. So DSP securities, ICICI balance index fund, these are different category of funds that he is taking, and he is doing different SIPs in different funds. And then he is also investing in monthly in provident fund of 8,600, and he has some investment in NPS also. And all the rest investment are into different mutual fund schemes. Now, whenever you visit to a financial advisor, then he looks at your goals, your risk appetite, and then he suggests you the schemes what you have taken. Because what happens is in the new age investing, we are investing through apps. डायरेक्ट इन्वेस्टिंग हम कर रहे हैं, ठीक है, ग्रो के थ्रू या किसी भी और ऐप के थ्रू. We all get the recommendation, we check the returns on the money control side, and we invest and we start our journey. But is it the right way, or are we doing the enough research that is required? Because these apps are giving you the returns which the fund house has done, or the AMC or the scheme has earned over the last 10 years, 15 years, or maybe in the 2-3 years. But will they give any surety about the returns that the schemes will earn over the next 5 years or 10 years, the same kind of returns? They cannot. No one can guarantee that amount. So you have to look for different other things also. So if you read the recommended action, then you will understand how the SIPs or how the segmentation has to be done. So in case of DSP government security, that means they have invested in the liquid funds. The short-term fund will deliver low returns. Shift SIP and corpus to DSP dynamic asset allocation fund. Hike SIP by 5% every year. So government securities में हम invest कर रहे हैं तो low return आएगा, that is for sure. But if your objective is to save for liquidity or emergency fund, then it is a good portfolio to hold. Otherwise, you should shift to next security. ICICI Blue Proof Balance Advantage. This asset allocation fund has done well. Continue SIP and hike by 5% every year. HDFC Index Sensex continue SIP in the next index fund hike by 5%. So these are the recommendations that the fund manager has given based on the investment amount invested. Like इतनी SIP चल रही है और अभी ये value हो गया है, and he is giving the recommendation कि कहाँ पे आपको SIP बढ़ानी है, कहाँ पे कम करनी है. Like if you see Kotak Gold, so increase SIP amount to 5,000 in the gold ETF, hold for long term as a hedge against uncertainty. So I'll tell you one principle that whenever there is an uncertainty in the market, अभी जैसा आप देख रहे हैं कि काफी volatility and the markets are crashing and people are saying कि it will go down, बहुत कम आ जाएगा, तो तभी आपको क्या करना चाहिए? You have to invest in gold, because whenever the economy is not doing well and there is uncertainty in the market and the corporates and the FIs are taking out money from the market, gold values increases, and gold is a good investment vehicle to beat inflation or to fight inflation. So यहाँ पे इन्होंने 1000 से बोला है 5000 आप गोल्ड में चले जाओ. मेरा एसेट हेल्थ केयर. Now health care was doing good 2 years back when the pandemic was there. All the health companies were having lots of good returns. But now it is not the same scenario. Although the health sector will increase, will perform well, but not at the same speed, same return. So they are recommending that you discontinue this and shift to some other fund. Similarly, except long-term Parakparik flexi cap fund, they are advising to continue the SIP in the same fund. So this kind of advice you should always take from the advisors. Now see, hike SIP to reach your ambitious goal. Now, how do you decide what amount of SIP I should do every month? Take it depending on the 50-30-20 rule, or how do I calculate the value of my goals or the amount required? So all these calculators are available on the Google, on the different platform. You can just find out your investment calculator. And once you put the target amount, you will come to know what amount of SIP you should do. और अगर आप SIP करते हैं तो आपको कितना अमाउंट मिलेगा वो भी आपको पता पड़ जाएगा. So if you are investing in SIP of 25,000 you are doing every month, and you are investing, you are expecting return of 12%, and you are investing for 10 years, then your total amount invested will be 30 lakhs and you will reach a value of 58 lakhs. So if you are looking for to get 58 lakhs or 60 lakhs in 10 years, then you should have a minimum SIP of 25,000. So this is how you can check your calculations. There is a lump sum calculator also which tell you कि आपको इतना अगर रुपए चाहिए. Keeping the end in mind, you can decide the beginning. Accordingly, you can set your targets or goals. Sorry. So here, child education, like in goal, this is another example where they're saying that the present cost is 24 lakhs, so it will increase to 75 lakhs in 12 years. So this is how you should plan. Like 19,500 should be your minimum amount of SIP to reach that particular goal. So similarly, you should have these kind of investments. And if someone wants, they can note down this mail ID, etwealth@timesgroup.com, and you can send your portfolio to this mail and they will give you a recommendation on your mail without any charge. And there are some assumptions that education expenses are increasing by 10%, when inflation is increasing by 7%, where equity funds are having a return of 12% and debt funds are 8%. So this is how they create a portfolio, and this is how you can get a recommendation from a financial advisor. So last thing before we wind up this session, and one thing which I would like to share with you, that whenever you are going for any financial advisory, you are taking the benefit of any financial advisor. So what questions you should ask, seek your financial advice from. So जैसे कि हमने बात करी थी कि इंश्योरेंस लोग क्यों नहीं खरीदते हैं, तो उनको लगता है कि यार ये एडवाइजर ट्रस्टवर्दी है या नहीं है. हाउ डू यू आइडेंटिफाई वेदर अ advisor is a trustworthy advisor or is he good enough for you? So these are the 10 questions that you should ask for or look for in an advisor. First, you should see his qualification. Is he qualified enough to guide you? Because we are all chartered accountants, we are good qualified enough. So हमारे से ज़्यादा qualification या उस finance field में अगर किसी qualification होगी, he would be able to guide us more better. What experience does he have? How many years has he been in the industry? इंश्योरेंस कर रहा है तो कितने सालों से कर रहा है, हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस बेच रहा है तो कितने सालों से बेच रहा है, एमएफ कर रहा है तो कितने सालों से डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर है. What kind of services he can offer? Digitally कर सकता है, transaction नहीं कर सकता है. What is the approach to financial planning? Is he just suggesting your products, or is he giving you a proper plan? What will be the only person working with me? Is he working with a team? Does he has an infrastructure, or he's the only person? So suppose something happens to him, what would happen to your services, or how would you be assured of the continuous service from him? How will I pay for your services? Is there any charge that you are going to take, or how you are going to get remunerated from the services that you are taking from me? How are you regulated? Who is controlling you? So if insurance agents are there, then they are regulated by IRDA. If some stockbroker is there, he is regulated by SEBI. If some mutual fund distributor is there, he is regulated by MV. So you should understand कि कौन किसको regulate कर रहा है. How often do you review my situation? So you are just not a marketing guy who is coming to me and selling me a product and just vanishing away. You should be able to review my product position also कि जो आपने कसमें वादे किए थे मुझे प्रोडक्ट बेचते वक्त देते वक्त क्या वो सही है या नहीं है, is it still holding good, or do we need to review a situation? And you should always have a agreement with your advisor in writing. If you are going to spend money on your financial planning, then you should always have a contract with the financial advisor that what all services, what is the scope of work, that the same contract that we do with our client, the similar kind of contract you should have with your advisor also. So these are the 10 things or 10 questions that you should ask your financial advisor or the person who's giving you financial advice. और अनिरुद्ध जैसा कि I mentioned कि इंडिया में राइचन बहुत हैं, तो whenever we are starting our financial journey or whenever we are investing, so what happens is many people give us advice. यार ये मत करो, वो क्यों कर रहे हो, ऐसा कर रहे हो. Sometimes we listen to those advice also. हमें लगता है कि हाँ यार ठीक है, but हमें हर किसी की सुनने से पहले ये समझना चाहिए, is that person capable enough? Is he having some expertise, some knowledge, some experience? If he is, then we should listen to him. If he is not, and he is also just saying what everyone else is saying, then you should not pay attention to those.
Yes.
Okay. So I hope the session was useful for all, and with this note,
definitely,
now,
sir.
over to you.
Okay, sir. Okay, so it was a interesting, very interesting and enthusiastic presentation today we have got from you. So first of all, now I would like to go to Mr. CA Mohit Jain, who would give the vote of thanks, and then we will wrap up the VCM.
Exactly, Anirudh, you say correctly. Alok, this was a very nice deliberation from your part, and we were bound since 3 hours ki regularly हम सारी चीज correctly that there are so many righteous all are around us that we even the chartered accountants get confused which is to be adopted, which sector is good, whether we should go for some Bitcoin and or cryptocurrency also, or whether in SIP is systematic investment. These all are considerable points on your part. This was a really good deliberation from your part. As usual, we are very obliged to have you as a regular faculty in our branch. Very much thankful to Alok Sethi. He is just a kind friend to me and very decent and very humble. And thank you, Anirudh Biyani, the very dynamic moderator for this session, and he has done very good job in Kishangarh branch of ICAI. Thanks to all the patient listeners and learners of today's seminar. And without these members, we can't arrange these kind of seminars for the faculty members. Thank you all of you. Thank you a lot. This is CA Mohit Jain, Secretary of Kishangarh branch. We will definitely upload these videos to the YouTube, and also you will get the presentation slide and your email ID registered on Zoom platform. Thank you all. Thank you a lot. Over to you, Anirudh. Kindly wrap up the session. I just forgot to share the certificates, but I think I'm not the co-host right now. No issues with that. We will share it to you directly, Alok Sethi sir and Anurit Biyani. The appreciation of certificate Kishangarh branch is always obliged to both of you. Thank you all the members. See you
Mohit,
soon.
now you are the co-host, I think. Now you can.
Thank you, brother. But maybe I missed the. I will share the.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you a lot, and thank you all of you. Over to you, Anirudh.
Okay. Thank you, CA Mohit sir. So what I have said, what we will learn today. So after going through the session and covering the 15 days rule, 50, 30, 20 rule of budgeting and rule of 72, and also not forget 100 minus age of rule of equity investment. So now wrapping up, and I hope everyone is going to have, specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely goals from now on. So it was a great presentation by you, Alok sir. You have really given us very good insights about the financial planning, and that human value calculator was amazing thing. I didn't know about that. I didn't have any clue. So it would be a good thing to, sell out to our clients maybe. But yes, so it was overall a very good presentation, very thoughtful. So I will wrap up this now. Thank you so much for your time, and thank you everyone, every
Thank
listener.
you, everyone.
Thank you every listener for the patience listening and quite interactive session. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Alok. We are getting good feedbacks from you, Alok, on the chat.
Thank you. Thank you, Mohit bhai. It's always a pleasure to have a session at Kishangarh branch. And I must say to everyone that you and Saket are doing a very wonderful job for the branch and for the members. And it's always a pleasure to work with you all.
It's just a teamwork with you all people. Thank you a lot. Thank you all of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.